Beetle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse Shopping Network. Shipping Goblin Bob here is going to tell you all about our new Platinum Edition. It's my favorite.
Thanks, George. Friends, are you tired of putting a cat, a flask of poison, and a source of radiation into a sealed box and having to settle for a cat that's dead or alive? Well, Beetle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse has the product for you. Introducing the Schrodinger's Cat Platinum Edition. With the Schrodinger's Platinum Box, you can have both versions of your pet at the same time. Free yourself from objective collapse and enjoy a cat that simultaneously exists in two decoherent realities. It's time for atomic indeterminacy to enter the macroscopic domain. It's time for Schrodinger's Cat Platinum Edition.
Yeah. She's totally dead. But totally alive.
Only from Beetle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse. Simultaneously available and sold out now.
Ooh, are we here? Are we all here? I think we are. Hello. Welcome to Band of Badgers. Hello.
Are we back, Doc?
Hello. We're here. We're back, Doc. Back. We're back. We're back. Hello. How is everyone? Wait. Let's go on with it. I'm Dave. I'm your GM and host for this game. I was going to say this evening. For this game. It could be evening where you are. It's certainly evening where we are. And we're doing it live. So there you go. Yeah. We are, of course, playing Rise of the Runelords by Paizo. And these are my beautiful players.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
That's about the best we get out of them.
What would you want?
We used to like celebrate and like the poppers with fireworks would go off. And now it's like...
There you go, giving it the disco vibe.
If you really want, next week we can just do like a school thing.
A school thing?
Good morning,
Good
Mr.
morning,
Dave.
Mr. Dave.
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
We can definitely do that. Now,
Okay,
also,
we'll do that next week.
along with my lovely players, is of course our special guest, who is Sean Sunday from Brainbury Studios. Hi, Sean. How you doing?
Hello. I'm good. It's early. I've half finished my breakfast and I'm chugging my coffee.
Sean is, of course, having breakfast in Australia. So we do this and go to bed. He does this and then goes to work. So
Yeah.
that's not a bad way to start the day, really. I think
Okay, that was real
works
weird
pretty
watching my coffee mug disappear under my goblin face.
Yeah. So anyway, usual rules apply. We will get halfway through the episode and then we will do a Q&A with our guest Sean, just to find out all about him, what he does, where he comes from. We know he's in Australia, you know, how he managed to hang upside down under the planet. I don't know how that quite works, but that should be interesting to find out. Who knows? If you have any questions, stick them into the live chat and our moderators will dig them out and pass
Earth's
them
not
on
flat,
to
Dave.
me.
Earth's not flat.
No, I mean upside down as the ball, because otherwise you'd fall off. So
Magnets. We've got really strong magnets strapped to our feet at all times.
and I want to do a shout out for, as always, thank you to Beetle and Grimm.
Yes.
Not only are they sponsors of the show, but sponsors of the entire channel, and also I just broke that. My Platinum Edition has turned up. This isn't the Platinum Edition. This is just the minis. My Platinum Edition had finally made it through UK customs.
Very cool.
So,
Yeah,
Very good.
I would also like to say thank you and shout out to Beadle and Grimm's because they're sponsoring my show as well, and that's amazing. So
Hey.
Cool.
thank you guys. You're gonna help me to torment the badgers next month myself.
yes. We are. Those of you who don't know Sean, Sean is creating something called the Shifting Spire, which is a kind of run the gauntlet leaderboard thing that's going to carry on for the entirety of 2021. And the Band of Badgers are their first set of volunteers. So we have put a top-notch A-team together. Victims, probably. And they will be some of the characters you've seen across our live streams throughout recent months. But we will be putting a team together, and we hope that you join us there. We'll put details out on social. We'll be promoting it as we get closer to it, but it'll be in February. So do check that out. Now, as always, look in the box below me for special discounts and deals from all the companies that are friendly with us. Basically, the companies who like us give us discounts to give to you. So please do check that out. It's anywhere from 10, 15, 20% off. So it's save yourself a few quid. Go and sort it out. Now, if you in return would like to support us, we do of course have Twitch Prime. Twitch Prime subs. There you go. So follow us on Twitch. Do some subbing, and of course we are also on YouTube, and you can follow, like us, and hit the bell, and everything you have to do on socials because it's quite a lot these days. All these little bits. It's supposed to be easy, but it's not. Now, coming up, what is it today? It's Thursday.
It's been a busy
I
one
was
already,
asking that
isn't
all
it?
week.
We launched our new show on Monday. I've been in meetings most of the week, plus a day job.
Yes, that was really good.
It was really good. We didn't record the sound though, did we, Sean?
Well, no. Well, I was talking about your new show.
Yeah, the new show is fantastic. Yeah, I was talking about your new show.
Yeah, no, that
we
that
filmed
was
some
fun.
intros and we didn't record the sound, but we get to do them again. So you get to see.
We need an audio commentary. That's what you need.
It would be good. I think it'd be good.
Dub it. Just dub it.
Where's everyone gone? Come back next week. Same. I've lost everyone now. Where's everyone gone? There we are.
Here.
Where have you gone?
Hello?
Where have you gone? There you are. So, join us tomorrow. I was going to say next, but join us tomorrow. For our Tomb of Annihilation D&D stream. Same Badger time, same Badger channel. Of course it is. And next Friday... if only we had a theme tune to go with that. There's not much room for it.
You guys should really try to get the licensing rights to the Badger song.
Do you think it's been long enough that we can just use it?
Yeah, do you think it's
Enough
what is
time
it? They
has
call it
passed.
public domain?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it'll be a while yet.
It's quite a while, yeah.
Yeah.
And we will get DMCA, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
Michaela, are you still there? Are you still hanging around?
Yes, she said you're a
does Twitch
GM, and
have
of
it?
course you lie.
Yeah. Does Twitch have access to the Badger song? And can we use it? We do it that way. So next Friday, our Starfinder, our brand new sci-fi campaign, is back.
That sounds really
so
fun.
Join us with that. It was a really good fun. I've never played Starfinder before, but it was a lot of fun. Taking the kind of idea of fantasy, so like ice magic and ice spells, for example, and putting that into a laser pistol that shoots, that has a like ice cold damage, was amazing. I played a space rat.
Nice.
No idea. But I had grenades, so I used them.
Yeah, and to good effect, I might add.
Yeah,
Definitely one man at the match, or rather rat at the match.
along with my very special level up dice. Plug. Kickstarter now.
Yeah.
You can check those out.
Get those dice in the street.
Get those dice. Yeah, they're all pretty good. Now, as always,
Your
we're doing
boy wants some of those for DM dice level up.
I want them. I definitely want them. That's exactly. We've told it to that they also have a SHAUN, so we talked to their SHAUN. Atlanta, we was talking to during the live stream, and we said, and Alex was there as well. Alex is the owner of Level Up, and we said, the DMs, the GMs are the people who roll the most dice. Where's our set? So I think they are going to be working on it. Who knows? Cool. Maybe it even comes with a badger print. I don't know. We'll try. We'll see what can be done.
Give me a badger dice.
I've just thought of a theme tune in my head. I'm going to record it later next week.
Okay, and we'll play it.
It's going to be heavy metal though.
We'll do a music video, Jeff.
Yeah.
We'll film it.
Let me lay a track down first as a demo. I'll submit it to you, and then we'll see where we go from there.
I'm up for that. Look, if it works for Critical Role, it would never work for us.
Well, it won't be as sophisticated as that. Not even close.
But right, so shout outs to who we got. Oh, we got the bot in there. Another TV viewer, Chav Hunter. Hi, Chav Hunter. Yeah. Chav Hunter.
Cross the streams.
Yeah, cross the streams. What was it? It was the painting show. Chav Hunter won again.
Yes, really? I was so jealous.
Fix.
I was out running errands and waiting for the bank card to give me my damn ATM card back. I'm like, come on, today's the day.
It was crazy. So every other Monday we're doing a painting show called The Great British Brush Off. Do check it out. It's a lot of fun. We have special professional artists joining us. Literally before I came on here, I'm waiting to it is. We've got a really cool special guest lined up, professional artist. I won't say it.
You want to?
Unless he's in live chat, I won't say it. But if you're in live chat, just in case you have a different name that you use for Twitch, then you can say it.
Is it Bob Ross?
That would be epic.
Tony Hart.
Yeah, Tony Hart. There we go.
Oh, Tony Hart would be epic. Neil Buchanan.
Thanks.
Yeah,
just quietly, Dave.
Oh, very nice.
Ah, nice.
I like the fogged eye.
Is that the zombie one?
To painting
it's a
myself.
zombie one. Yeah. Cool. Well, maybe we'll get you on at some point. Who knows? We'll have to have a chat about that. Ipsy, thank you very much for joining us. Marissa, Band of Bravos, how you doing?
Hey, Marissa.
I think it's next week. Is it next week? Marissa will be joining us.
Cool.
So that the story kind of takes a different turn. But thank you very much. Official Peso, that could be Aaron. Hi, Aaron. Thank you for joining us. Who we got? Punkle Nix. I don't know who Punkle Nix is. I love the name.
That's MC Etching. He's a buddy of mine. He's the fellow with the purple mohawk that played in my December game.
Oh, I know.
Hey.
Yeah, cool. How you doing, Punkle Nix? T-Bird, is that Thunderbird? T-Bird, 2366 2002. Don't know. We know who you are. You will never know.
Date of birth, perhaps.
Possibly 62.
Yeah. No, 2002. You said at the end.
Oh yeah, 66.
6 of the 6, 2002.
Maybe 23rd, 6th of the 6th.
Oh, 23rd.
Whatever. I don't know. Or it could be 2 times 3 is 6 plus 66. So you got 666 from 2002.
Anyway.
This is exciting, Dave.
Tangent.
This is all important stuff. These are answers to the puzzles that are coming up. So,
Punkle Nix was partly responsible for the inception of Toblin the Goblin.
Really?
Yes, he was one of the players that was there and started me thinking the exact second I came up with the character of Toblin and started swearing at him.
Cool. What, I won't go into language because I know we're going to get it in a minute. Hello, BG Madrix. Who else we got? Vander Bio. As always, Ch03. Thank you very much. Ch03 has done the artwork.
Hey, Sean.
Behind our players there, all our cartoons and things.
Big up.
You may have seen
the artwork.
Our little cartoon badges from time to time.
I love those badges.
Sean has done a really, really good job for us. He literally just he does it every single time.
Premium badges.
Yeah, premium badges. And
Premium.
if you follow him on socials, on Twitter, during our Christmas special, who's it? Trontonian won a guest print. And Sean has already done it, sent it over to him. And
Yeah.
it was fantastic. It's
brilliant.
It was amazing.
Really good.
It is really
Definitely
good.
Check it out. And Josh McGuire, thank you for joining us. Josh McGuire, shout out.
Hi,
Thank you
Josh.
very much.
Hello.
Always a pleasure. Now, are we ready? Are we gonna should we get down with this?
I'm as ready as I'm gonna be.
Good. Right.
First
so,
time playing Pathfinder and official Paizo's in the chat. Maybe a little bit
Ooh,
nervous.
pressure.
That's fine. That's fine.
Roll high, as we say.
Yeah, roll high. Basically, roll high. Tell it. Be very descriptive and roll high. So,
Yeah, all
last
right, well-
episode, and we'll recap for Sean here. We managed to get into Fort Rannick. You decided to use the stealth attack. You got in through the secret entrance, the tunnels, got in through the base, the prison, managed to find Lucretia and some black arrows who were stuck in the prisons. They managed to get out to cause a distraction, while Lucretia led you upstairs, straight through the middle of Fort Rannick Tower, to the chapel where you met the Krieg, Jackroff Krieg, and managed to, after, it wasn't so epic as such, it was kind of Tolkus and Krieg going bash to bash and fist to fist in giant form almost, as we had a giant Tolkus in there. Until Krieg decided to get out into the courtyard, and then Tolkus ended him by slicing his head off with his magic ice axe as well. So as the head froze, it shattered as it hit the ground. But then, unbeknownst to you, something is happening elsewhere in the mountains, and you heard some boom, you felt some tremors, and at the top of the mountain, basically, imagine a kind of tidal wave comes over the mountain, and as it crashes down onto the fort, it was taking out the walls, some of the buildings, and you all got swept away. In a split decision, Elias teleported himself to the barricade, the outer wall. You all witnessed him disappear first as the wave crashed onto him and the wall gave way and it went apart. Yelena, quick thinking as always, changed into a giant eagle and picked up Rupp, sweeping him away just as the wave crashed onto everyone else. So,
I can't believe she didn't pick up a giant Tolkus.
Yep.
What a bitch.
Yelena, in this moment, you're flying above. You're flying above all of this water. You see it all come basically cresting down the mountain for probably about 10-20 seconds. This huge, just huge wave crashing everything. The trees are being flattened and carried away. There's 2 bridges and a moat, and the waterfall just washed down and out. You see, as you pick up Rupp and fly around and look at the amount of devastation, as it starts to kind of ebb down and ebb away, you notice none of your friends are there. Pretty much none of the ogres are there. And everyone who was standing on the balustrade and the open-ended walls, some of the black arrows, they have all since been washed away. What would you and Rupp like to do?
Find a point that's not underwater and land, because I'm probably running
You can
out
land
of
on the
time.
roof. The roof is fine. Yeah.
Yeah, land on the roof.
Let me survive. My friends survive.
Make sure I put Rupp down so he's not going to fall off.
Yeah. I cast guidance on our way out. Be well.
I think I'm probably coming to the end of my spell, so how high up am I compared to where the water level is?
You're fine. If you're on the roof of the building, the water that came down literally kind of crashed away and is heading south. So you saw, basically, it's heading towards Turtleback Ferry, the town. You are on the roof of Fort Rannick, and I will switch cameras so you can see. So for those of you watching, for those of you watching, on Twitch, I will show you what it looks like. Oops, not that one. That one.
The Inception there.
Yeah, I was like, who are they? So that was Fort Rannick. You can see the outer, well, when we get there, you can see the outer walls. They've all kind of been rushed away. There's 2 bridges. Those have since collapsed. So let's put you straight on top of the main tower, the central tower, the big one. So you are now on top of that roof.
Okay. I'm waiting for it to load up. Cool. And the water's come from where the waterfall is, has it?
Yep, and almost all over it. So it's come crashing down. You can see like there's a pointy triangular roof with the chimney with the smoke coming out of it. All of that has pretty much been destroyed.
Okay. Cool.
Yelena, why aren't you going?
You're both there, so you can obviously talk to each other. So
I think I'm going to have to drop my form. I can't do this for very long, Rup, and I can't do it again today. We're going to have to find them, and I don't know how. Is there anything you can do, or do I need to just dive in?
No, well, I have some. Is the water calm below us?
It's getting there. So the longer you wait, the main washer has gone on, and as you look down, down out of the hook mountain region towards Turtleback, way off in the distance, you can see the devastation. These trees have just been flattened and washed away.
I'm gonna just shout out, Harrison, Elias, Tolkus, and I'll just keep shouting that for like three or 4 times, just in case anyone answers. I'm guessing not, but
I don't think either of us have much in terms of like to get down there.
No.
Very quickly.
No.
So we'll walk our way down, I guess.
Okay.
Or like rush as fast as we can, but like, yeah, hopefully like get down as fast as we can into the town and see what we can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you two have paired up, and you're going to head towards Turtleback, yeah?
Yeah. Follow the devastation, I think, is probably what we're going to do.
Okay. As you, we'll come back to you.
Yep.
Harrison, make me an athletics check for me, please.
Athletics.
Aesthetics check.
So,
Aesthetics. I'm looking fine.
How beautiful you're looking.
unnatural 30.
Ooh, that's pretty good. So you again, you're standing inside the courtyard as this water comes down. It immediately hits you, takes the air out of your lungs, and boom, you just get whisked away. You're going arse over tit through this water. The mud is being ground up. You bounce off a few things as well, like barrels and debris that's in the water. You notice there are legs and arms and feet and stuff like that kind of bouncing off of you as well. You manage eventually to kind of break the water. What would you like to do? You're basically flailing in the water. You will do another check, but is there anything you would like to do?
Is there anything nearby to grab on, or is it literally I'm just getting pulled by the current?
Yeah, let's do a perception check then.
Okay. So that is 25 for the perception.
Okay. You've been seeing, again, like when you've been in the water and you've been bouncing off some barrels and you've met other people in the water, just other bodies. You're not sure if they're alive or dead. Some of them were ogres and big shapes, like big black things moving in the water, like possibly trees as they've been moving past. Things of all different shapes and sizes just been whizzing past. As again, you kind of see, oh look, that must be a tree, and you make a beeline for it.
Okay.
Okay.
I was thinking about using an ogre as a potential float, but
okay.
I don't know if that's possible or not.
You can, if you want to go for an ogre, you can go for an ogre, and if you want to go for a tree, you can go for a tree. What would you like to do?
I think I might try and surf on an ogre.
Okay. So do another athletics, and then we'll see if we can make it.
Okay,
All
so
you mean to bodyboarding.
so that's a 38.
Okay.
Ooh.
You manage to grab hold of what looks to be a big floating body. I will check. It is dead, but it is an ogre. So as you kind of you pull yourself up onto it, you ride in on its big belly because it's about 8 foot big, 8 foot long, and then you are literally surfing on a wave on top of an ogre's belly as the trees and devastation on either side of you collapse and go down. And in the front of you, you can see that you're probably heading in the direction of Turtleback Ferry. And at this point, you will probably be the first to get there. But looking around, you like style it if you want to style it. You can do that. That's fine. But looking around,
yeah.
you see again, more bodies. Some people are flailing around. You see humans, which are probably going to be. They could be your friends. They could be black arrows. And you see, even in the distance, you see ogres who are scrabbling themselves out. The river that you walked up when you came from Turtleback Ferry and you walked up towards Fort Rannick, the banks are completely burst. This whole area is flooded and awash. Mm-hmm. But you see some of them have managed to clamber out to the side and they run off into the woods.
Okay. Have I, in my travels, have I spotted any of my companions, or is it just the people that you mentioned?
Just people that I've mentioned so far, but I'll let you have another perception check.
Okay, I will be just doing a quick glance around because I'm more focusing on trying to stay on the ogre.
Yeah.
But that's a 20 unnatural.
Okay. No, you do not see your friends. Well, at least anyone you recognise. Let's put it that way.
I'm paying much attention to trying to stay on the ogre.
Right, Tolkien, over to you. You see this wave coming down. You're in your kind of enlarged form still. Is that a concentration?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Let me have a look.
Okay.
It might be.
It doesn't really have the same rules, but
no,
so
doesn't have the same thing. But anyway, let's carry on, and we'll see what happens. So, what would you like to do? This wave is about to crash into you.
So I will quickly reach into my backpack and pull out bottled air.
Cool.
And then I will wait. I will brace myself and wait for it to hit me, and then I'll just basically go along with it until it dissipates enough that I feel like I can fight against it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I understand that it's going to make me tumble down towards the same way that Harrison's going, metagaming. But as soon as I feel like it's getting to a point where it's no longer a push, it's more like a steady stream, then I'll try and steady myself and stand up or something.
Okay. So let's do an athletics check for you then.
Yep.
So as the wave hits you, you're already braced. As soon as that water hits you, your feet are swept out from underneath you, and you are taken with the water.
I've got this bottle like this.
Yeah, but like Harrison, because you have no control at the moment.
That's cool.
You're kind of going limp, but going with it. But you bump into a few things.
Effectively trying to ragdoll it.
Yeah.
So that I get the least affected sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right, so an 11 on the dice, which is 27 total.
That's fine. So you manage to stay aware of your kind of orientation, if you like, as you get swept around. Again, just like Harrison, you bump off of people. You feel like soft impacts, hard impacts, barrels, bits of wood. And again, like Harrison, because you are more in control, you've allowed this to happen to yourself. You've got your bottled air. You're looking around while you're being turned, topsy-turvy. You see again, these kind of big black shapes, which, possibly trees, bits of lumber that's being pushed.
Can I make any of them out at all if I do a perception check?
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah.
See if I can see anything I recognise. Oh, 14 on the dice plus perception. So that is 29. Okay.
So yes, you definitely see trees and things. You're quite amazed at how some of the speed that things are moving under the water. Big items are moving faster.
I've just had an idea, Dave. Can I activate the shield ring and then use the shield as like, a thing to guide my direction in the water?
Rudder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
rudder.
yeah.
That's the word. Thank you, Sharon.
It's all right.
Brain not working. Shall I make another athletics check for that to see if I can use it to steer me in the water? Because I can hold the bottle in one hand and like have the other thing out in front of me or behind, something like that.
Go for it.
Hey, it's an 18 on the dice. Absolutely loving these dice, by the way. Thank you, Level Up.
Are they by level up dice?
Yeah. So that is lots. It's 38.
Yeah, wow.
Or something like that.
Okay, so while you're being
That's
thrown arse over tit in the water, you kind of look around and see what you can grab hold of, and then you have the idea. Oh, and you activate your light shield with a Sahedron symbol on there, and use it exactly as you described as a rudder. You now have some kind of steering as you guide yourself around. The same thing. You've got different shapes in all the water as well.
Cool.
Okay. Elias. Are you ready?
Back, Elias.
Over to you.
Hello.
Yep. You ready?
Yep.
You sure?
Let's go for it. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Let's go for it.
So, you are on the battlements. You teleport. You dimension doored or teleported, whatever you did, Misty Step, whatever it is. And you.
Door.
That was it. And you went onto the battlements just as this huge wave crashed down onto the fort, which took out pretty much like a corner of the fort itself. Unfortunately, you were the first hit. That water comes crashing. You see it come crashing down on top of you. And the wall, you feel it. The wall below you, which is pretty big and pretty thick. You know, this is battlements, gives way. And you fall in amongst these huge, giant stones. I would like you to make an athletics check for me, please.
That is an 11. An athletics or acrobatics? Is there a way I can sort of
do athletics because we're
glide
going to do the
down?
whole swimming thing.
That's a 10 then.
Okay.
I don't want to attempt to swim because I know I'm going to be crap at it from previous experience.
Yep.
So I'm just going to go into the water, try and avoid getting hit by anything. So that's what I'm trying to do. As it goes down, I'm going to try and dive, if you like.
Yep.
And then when I hit that water, not attempt to swim, just curl up into a ball and go with the flow whilst I pull out my bottled air from my pocket and shove it in my mouth.
Okay.
That sounds like an excellent plan.
What was your role?
On my athletics, it was a 10, but like I say, I'm not going to try and swim. I just want to dive into the water. So can I make an acrobatics check instead? Because that would be a 26 on acrobatics.
Go on then.
So do you want me to roll the dice again?
Go on then. Roll the dice. I'll let you have
Well, that's a 2. So the dice roll is worse. Dice roll is worse, but the number is higher. So it's 17 in total.
Okay. So you feel the battlements give way beneath you as you hurtle down. You pretty much feel the weight and the cold of the water amongst everything else, and you hear the rocks, the stones, pound into one another. You feel that impact, and you're lucky that you're not caught between them as a little Elias sandwich. Everyone is going to take some damage anyway, but you've missed the big one. You fight. Do me a perception check for me as well. This is as you kind of swim down in with the wave.
33.
Okay. So everyone else, the bit you miss is everyone else has seen kind of shapes, you know, barrels, stone, lumber, trees, human bodies, ogre bodies. Some were alive, some were dead. And you feel things hit you and bounce off of you. It doesn't seem to be doing too much damage as you swim sort of with the current and down. Harrison, Tolkus, and Elias, I would like you to make one last athletics check for me, please.
I'm not going to roll because I don't I just want to go with the flow, and then as soon as I've taken that breath of air from my lungs, from the bottle of air that I've got, I'm going to cast a Summon Elemental, which is a first level spell, and I'm going to summon a water mephit.
Okay, nice. Right, so Harrison and Tolkus, you roll your athletics for me.
Loving these dice.
Me too. Lovely. Level up dice.
That is 35.
Passed.
34.
Passed. Okay, so you both managed to... the floodwater is ebbing down for the positions where you both are. Harrison, you're the furthest ahead because you were ogre surfing. Well done. And you can feel the ogre kind of going down as the main wave starts to give out. What would you like to do?
I'm going to do like a stylish kind of flourish jump off the end as it kind of slides away from me as it gets shallow enough that I can hit.
You're going to jump
water.
off and like land on the.
Yeah, I'm going to try and do like a flourish.
Go on, do athletics.
Would it be acrobatics?
Acrobatics. Sure. Yeah.
So that's an 18 plus 17. Yeah,
So you managed to get off of a moving ogre. It's like getting off a moving bus, but you managed to not trip over. That's
ogre
fine.
Escalator.
You hit the bank. You notice the bank is just washed with debris. You see sort of dead bodies. The trees in front of you, which would be there, have just been squashed by the initial wave. It's been that strong. It's pushed them over. Deeper trees are still there. And then facing you, literally like kind of leaning against one of the trees, watching you, is a goblin.
Hello?
And it is, of course, Toblin.
Wait, did you do this?
Fucking no, I didn't do this. I'm not that good. I mean, I'm pretty fancy, but I can't fucking do all this. Okay,
well, I need to help my friends because I think they're behind me as I was doing this amazing, ogre surfing. I don't know whether you saw that.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking flash, buddy.
So, Dave, are there any nearby trees at all where this current is coming down from?
What, trees that are standing or trees still in the river?
Trees that are kind of stationary and not likely to be moving with the current anymore. I'm asking, I suppose...
There's a few
is there any trees that are like perpendicular to each other? Because what I was thinking of is if I could try and use my rope to tie between the two trees and have a branching on point for somebody to grab onto maybe as they're coming down.
Or decapitate people as they're coming down.
It's got a main river anyway, so that even when the main river was there, it was too far to kind of get across. There was one bridge, but that bridge is now gone.
Yeah.
You are on one bank. You're not sure quite where you are. You think you're probably on the west bank. And this goblin is standing there kind of yelling abuse at you now. You've both seen the devastation. In the middle of the river is still moving. Still quite fierce. But that initial flash flood has gone. Okay, so any trees and stuff is getting more and more into the middle of the river.
Okay. So I'll say, so goblin, what's your name? We've not been introduced.
Well, you'd be fucking right, wouldn't you? I'm Toblin, the Goblin, the Third, Esquire.
Okay, and why are you here? I'm a bit confused. What's going on?
I don't know. It just seemed like a good idea.
Okay.
Going for a wander.
And did you see this happen? I mean,
it was kind of happening when I got here. So I walked out the forest here and I was like, oh, fuck, buddy.
Okay. Well, I mean, I need to get on and try and help my friends. I mean, do you want to help, or are you just going to stand here and just observe everything?
Well, I mean, what's the plan, Stan?
Well, at this point, whilst I'm talking, is anyone getting closer at this point, or am I still kind of now?
Yeah, if you're looking around and up where the river came from, where you've been washed down, you see a big kind of burly man running manly down towards you. Rob! Which is Tolkus.
Ah, okay.
Hey, brother!
Hey, Tolkus, thank our god.
Oh shit, you're a big one.
Hey, who's your little friend, brother?
Well, yes. This is Toblin, the Goblin, the third. He's
Esquire.
Esquire. Sorry, sorry. You know me. I'm bad with names. Well, you don't, Toblin, but Tolkus knows how bad I am.
Okay.
Did
Well,
you
I
see
hope
anyone?
you don't mind me calling you Toblin, even though we have just met.
Nah, Toblin's all right, but don't forget. And you hear a little, and something furry climbs up onto Toblin's shoulder. And it's a little platypus with fairy wings.
Ah, that's a cute thing. What's his name?
This is Philbert. Philbert's my mate. Remember his name, because if you piss him off, he'll zap you.
Okay.
He looks very cute. Handy in a fight, I bet.
Yeah, he does all right.
I know. I'm good at judging things.
Tolkus,
Anyway.
did you see Elias, Yelena, Rupp?
No, you are the first person I have seen, brother. And I've not seen anyone else except for dead ogres, people, and lots of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit fucking wet.
Yes, it's very wet.
I don't know if we should wait here and wait for the others, or whether we should try and get to a high vantage point to see if we can.
I think we should wait here first and see if anybody comes down in the next 10 minutes, and then decide.
Okay.
I mean, anything bigger than this is a high vantage point for me, so...
Well, I mean, Tolkus can lift you up if you want.
If you want, you could stand on my shoulders. You might be able to see better.
Yeah, let's do that. I mean, with all this water around, I'll get on your shoulders and we'll fucking play chicken.
Let's do it.
Right, yeah, you lift him up. I won't even bother with strength check. That's fine.
Like that.
I'm just going to
and
be...
Toblin's just riding on the shoulders like, yeah!
Okay. Toblin, let's do a perception check for me, please.
All right.
Here we go, first roll.
Where's my perception? Do I need what I need?
Above your skills.
That's a good bloody question. Here we go. Skills.
Depends if it's laid out the same way.
Looks like it's below my skills.
Oh, is it? Okay.
On the sheet that I'm
thank you very
using.
much.
Perception, it's sort of top right-ish on the
Here we go.
character sheet.
It's smack in the middle of the sheet.
Oh,
that I'm
where?
using. I'm using Pathfinder 2 tools.
Oh, very posh.
Oh, fuck.
It's probably still high. Oh, no,
Oh.
maybe not.
Oh.
That dice has got a face. That's scary.
Plus 9 to that.
10.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Tolkus hoists you up, and from your vantage point, you can see the devastation that this huge wave has had on the main river. You know it leads down into Turtleback Ferry. What kind of problem that's going to really affect them? But you can't see that far. But looking around you, you don't see anyone alive. You do see a few bodies washed up here and there, different sizes. Some are human, some are ogre. Again, there are in the main river. There are still tree limbs floating down, huge branches, all these kind of black shapes and things, barrels bobbing up and down. But you don't see anyone alive for as far as you can see, either north or south.
Do you see anything, Dublin?
I mean, yeah, but they're all fucking dead.
This is not good.
Harrison's just going to shout out for Rupp, Yelena, Elias in that order, kind of just, one after the other, as loud as he can.
Okay. Elias, can you roll a perception check for me, please?
Hello?
Yep. Elias?
Sorry, you froze.
Sorry.
Yes.
Perception check for me, please.
35.
Okay. Off in the distance, above all the noise and stuff that's been going on, you're kind of taking the water out of your ears. You can hear your name being called.
Okay, so the water mephit that I summoned, we've been swimming through the water, and then it's a swim speed of 25, and then it also has a fly speed of 25. So we're going to majestically break the surface of the water, and as I do, I'm going to shake out my hair as if I was starring in some sort of timitating.
The blue locks go everywhere.
Yeah,
Because
it's going to be
you're
done in
worth it.
slow motion. Yeah, there's the
Yeah.
Can we see this?
droplets catching the sunlight.
You can't
I'll make
slow
sure you do.
yourself.
Oh,
so then
you two. Who's
I'll
that
head
fancy
over
bloody
to,
wanker?
to the direction of Tolkus and Harrison, whose voice I recognise shouting my name. We'll come to a halt, and I'll probably notice this goblin sat on Tolkus's shoulder.
Yep.
And I'd like to do a quick display of power, if I might. I'm going to send the water mephit off into the forest and cast a spell called Final Sacrifice, which causes it to explode into a ball of flame 20 feet in diameter. Just for the sake of doing it.
I cannot believe you found a way to do fireball with water.
I'd like to roll to see if I hear that.
And I'll just 1 second. I'll be right with you. I am now officially annoyed. Where is Rupp and Yelena? Don't bother answering that. I'll cast message, which has a range of 500 feet. Rupp, are you there, Rupp? You may reply to this message.
It's heavy,
Actually, 5 to hear the explosion.
heavy breathing, and just go. Yeah, the cross-country runs have not been. I haven't been doing them recently.
But we're just about walking. I'm not running. Who are you
Yeah.
talking to?
Elias in my head. It's fine, right?
Right. Can you talk to him? Can you ask him if that explosion was him?
No.
No, it wasn't, or no, you can't.
I'll cast message again after he's replied and say, I just did a fireball. So head in that direction if you heard it. We're sort of on this mound in the middle of the water at the moment. Can I make a survival check or something to figure out if we're east, west, north, south, or wherever of the fort location?
I will show you. So we have, I'll bring up on the other screen, we have a little map to show you.
I also tapped Elias and say, let them know that I surfed on a ogre.
I'll cast message. Harrison seems to have hit himself in the head and is making up stories again. You might want to take it easy with him when you get back, or make some sort of check.
Don't worry, I'll treat it like I always do. It's fine. We heard the explosion. We're coming. It's just very tiring.
It's always fun.
You need a piggyback, Rob.
Oh, I'm a strong, independent halfling. You don't need no woman.
All right then, I'll start running off.
Yep.
Right. Tolkus is going to thank Toblin and take him down and put him back on the floor. Thank you for all your assistance, Toblin.
Yeah, she's right.
Okay, so from where you are, look at if you can see the map, it will really help. So in the middle of the map is the Krieg Wood, and there is an orange circle called the Gruul Homestead. Okay,
I remember that.
Exactly. So Tolkus, Toblin, Harrison, and Elias, you are all on the west bank of this side. So if you was to kind of go further into the woods, Steve, you can probably set fire to the rest of it if you want to. Who knows? The spider might have come back, but it might have made spider eggs or something. So you are there. Rupp and Yelena, can you both do a perception check for me?
26.
31.
Okay. You both hear the explosion, and you can see whiffs of smoke as it starts to come out of the trees. But you are a fair bit away. You are on the right side of the bank. Everyone is on the west side. And you can see the devastation where the Skull River is. And you can see the bank on either side. All of that was damaged as this wave hit. Okay. Assuming you're all heading to Turtleback Ferry, which is at the very top of Clay Bottom Lake.
Yeah, making our way as quickly as we can towards the rest of the party.
Okay. It's going to take you a little while to get there.
Okay.
But You can do what you can.
Some of us took the speedy route.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some people cheated.
So,
Okay.
Master Goblin, who are you exactly?
Davis Toblin, Elias.
Yeah. All right.
Toblin.
It's Toblin, the Goblin, the Third,
Esquire.
Esquire. Thank you, Tolkus.
That's quite a title. That's yes, very impressive.
It
Whereabouts
is.
are you
I'm a
from
bit of
there?
a
You
fancy
around,
fucker.
around these parts?
No, I just sort of gone for a wander, mate, and I found my way here, and then I saw this fucker fucking surfing on a big green dude, and well, that's where we are, you know.
And don't forget
So
his platypus, Fluffy.
Filbert. Filbert
So you're
looks
actually
at you.
telling me
and
that he
sparks
did
a little
surf an ogre, and that wasn't made up.
No, he did it. It was pretty freaking cool, actually.
Harrison nods enthusiastically.
You know, the only proof you've got is the word of a goblin.
I did not see it, Elias. And,
No one knows. He's like, I did something cool, and no one
but
saw it.
the sun
Toblin
shines
sort of-
on a dog's ass even once a day, I believe. So maybe it is true.
Yeah, Toblin sort of jumps. He's like, yeah, he's like, nah, down the river. It was awesome.
You just make the story so unbelievable that.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
I was starting to believe it, but now.
Yeah,
I
there
do
were
not
there were
believe it.
fireworks, never like. You know.
Oh dear.
So,
Right.
Elias, what would you like to do?
I'll just keep messaging Rupp and Yelena until they arrive. And to make it a little bit easier for them, I will cast Produce Flame. I'll just shoot firebolts up into the air as a sort of a flare.
I'm quite surprised you haven't got a spell that is just a giant glowing arrow in the air. You seem to have everything else.
I'm getting that, obviously,
Yeah.
between this session and the next session. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As soon as we get somewhere that has a shop, that's
Yeah.
I'm getting that.
I mean,
So, we're gonna kind of speed things up. So eventually, because you all just seem to be hanging around having a chat now.
Well, we're
So,
waiting for some people.
Eventually, Rupp and Elena are completely out of breath.
I'm not out of breath. We're
Turn
out
up.
of breath.
I mean, it's probably quite muddy and slippery, right? Like
Yep.
it's got to the point where it's like, you know, well, my running teacher used to say you got to find the bottom of the mud type thing. Yeah, I'm like probably ankle deep, at least, in mud, and I just slide towards you guys.
As he comes to a stop.
geez, you're a bit of a mess, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, running down a hill is, you know, it's time and work.
You didn't do that much running though, Rupp. You kind of sat down and then went down on your ass.
I was running. Don't worry.
Well,
You
no,
keep
there's,
thinking that.
there's no shame in butt sliding, mate. It's the best fun.
Yeah, especially when you got this like fancy new cloak that you paid like, you know, a lot of money for.
She'll be right. You look like a wizardly type, don't you? Can't you cast something and, you know, clean it up?
No, that's usually Elias's gig.
Oh, you! Oh, yeah, the fancy guy. Right, that makes sense. Can't you clean his cape up?
Probably.
Yeah, see? She's right. No
Mid
worries.
conversation, I just I'm sorry to break this up, but guys, I mean, what on earth just happened at Fort Rannick? We got betrayed by
Everyone. Again.
everyone, or
Creature.
Lucretia and what's his name?
Caven.
Caven. And we didn't even cut Lucretia's head off, which I said we should have done in the cave. And now now this bloody explosion with all the water that came down. Like I'm just, what are we gonna do?
We follow the trail, and I hold up the scroll. Here are all the names that the creature had collected that are part of this scheme. We have however many people that are on this list that are still alive to question as to exactly what's going on. For now, I
revenge
suggest we
scheme.
head back to Turtleback Ferry, because if the damage here is as bad in Turtleback Ferry, then there are a lot of people who need help. And there may be people that are on this list in Turtleback Ferry as well. So we have the opportunity to question them.
Or kill them.
Elias, have you checked the list just to see who's on there? And I'll kind of try to subtly nod towards Toblin, and I don't know whether I do.
I will unfold the scroll and make a quick check to see if Toblin's name is on there.
Toblin. It is Toblin, isn't it? It's not Toblin.
No, it's Toblin. Toblin
Yes,
the goblin.
Toblin as in goblin, not
Yes.
Toblin as in Toblerone.
No, what the
What's
fuck's a
a Toblerone?
Toblerone?
So people keep saying Toblin and it's putting me out.
It's Toblin the goblin.
Yes.
You know, like my mate Boblin and his cousin Joblin.
Mm.
I knew someone called Toblerone. He liked chocolate.
And, you know, their second cousin twice removed, Roblin. Now, Roblin is the Goblin King, so don't fuck with them.
Sounds like you're well connected.
Guys, we haven't accidentally killed his entire family, have we, in the past?
I was wondering how we asked which tribe he was from, and whether it was one of the 7 tribes that we decimated in previous encounters around Sandpoint.
Like, Toblin just like reaches into his jacket and pulls out a cloth and starts polishing his knuckle dusters.
Wait a sec. So, which goblin tribe are you a part of? Just out of curiosity.
Well done, bro. Nice and soul.
Yeah.
Well, you look like the adventuring types, so how about you tell me which ones you killed?
Well,
And I'll tell you if I need to punch you in the nuts.
We can neither confirm nor deny that we have killed any.
Honestly,
we did.
they came to us and started killing people with, you know, the.
Yes, it was only self-defense.
Yeah, right. Well, that doesn't sound like my folk then. You know,
No.
my mates are like me. You know, they're a bit rough, but they like to help people.
Oh,
If
that's
they're
good.
trying to kill you, they're probably not my mates.
So you don't know anyone called Rip Nugget?
No, but if I met him, I'd probably give him a good rip in the nuggets, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, that name does crack me up.
Okay, Elias, you do not see Toblin the Goblin's name on the scroll.
Just so I'd like to remind myself, Caven's name was on there, obviously. Was there also a list of the things that he had done? A list of
Yes.
activities he'd done?
Yes. So
Is the same true for everyone else that's on there?
No, there are different things. So the stuff that he's done to pay off his debts was to describe secrets about shift change patterns when the commander was out and about on one of his walks.
I think he mentioned that, didn't he, last week?
Yep.
Yeah.
When his team were out and about on various scouting projects, he managed to get his team transferred to an expedition, which is what they were on when you first met them in Sandpoint.
Toblin, there is one thing I must know before I can trust you. Do you like sausages?
Right, so where I come from, sausage means 2 things, mate.
No, the kind you eat, you silly goblin.
I mean, I don't discriminate, mate. There's many kinds of sausage to eat in many ways. You talking about food?
Yes.
Or the other F word?
No, we are talking about pork sausages, beef sausages.
Right, yeah, no, mate, all right. You get sausage, you throw it on the barbie, you get some bread, some onions, a bit of tomato sauce, and you're fucking good.
Yep.
Guys, you go down to the local fucking supply store.
Guys,
you
I would
pass your
trust
vote
this
for the
Toblin
mayor,
with my
and then you
life.
get your democracy sausage.
I love the fact we've got an Aussie saying, "I just fry it on the barbie."
He speaks my language.
It's only an
I
hour
would
and 10
trust
minutes.
Toblin. I trust him. Would you like to come with us, Toblin? Well, you know, if you've got
sounds
nothing
like
better
fun.
to do.
Revenge story. Help some people. Punch some kneecaps. Let's fucking do it.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's head to town and see what the damage is.
Aye.
So, Toblin. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Too many
I've now
T's.
confused myself as to how I meant to say it. Toblin.
Toblin. Yeah, Toblin the Goblin.
What were you out doing? Are you out exploring or adventuring as well, or
Yeah, just going for a fucking wander. Thought I'd have a look around, see if I could get up to mischief, help some people if I see some people that need some help. Mostly just getting out for a walk with Filbert. I mean, he hasn't taken a dump for a couple of days, so he needs to get the exercise.
Is he all right? Does he need some help?
I mean, he just needs to stop being a lazy turd and actually walk around a bit, and he should be right.
Fair enough.
It happens every so often. He's not supposed to eat cheese, but
Well, who can resist cheese, really?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
everyone do a
I-
perception check for me, please.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Oh
Everyone.
dear.
Hey. Jeez, I don't have a bad
27.
roll yet.
35.
30.
Pass.
35.
Pass.
23.
Pass.
13.
Fail. So while you're all kind of taking in the scenery of the river and stuff, Toblin is just telling you're on your way to Turtleback Ferry. You've decided to keep moving. Toblin is just kind of regaling you with the various stories and polishing his knuckle dusters, his brass knuckles. Bits and pieces. You realise the river is still swollen. It's moving quite fast and frantic. The water's hurtling down. More rubble, more bodies kind of pass, and you see bits and pieces. Eventually, you manage to find a way. Like the old bridge is partly still there, and you get across, getting across the river by use of the bridge, and then you come to the kind of the main entryway to Turtleback Ferry town. As you kind of pass through the first few buildings, it's in pretty bad shape. The village of Turtleback Ferry is basically drowning. The muddy, surging waters from the Skull River are still tearing through the centre of the community, which is filling Claybottom Lake pretty fast. And I'll show you a map in a sec. Many of the buildings that once sat comfortably on the river's banks are already flooding and in danger of collapsing from the rushing water. So not only is it coming down from the north, it's swelling that kind of the lake that's there, and is greedily heading up into the town itself.
Oh.
You see a group of children and a woman huddle aboard one of the old turtle shell ferry boats. It's a tiny. It's a kind of. It's a bit for a turtle shell. It's a bit dinged up. But the vessel is lodged up against one of the general stores and looks like it's threatening to collapse. So you see that the force of the water, especially for the kids, is going to go up over their necks, probably over their heads. But the force of the water is pushing this ferry up against this wall and is kind of almost forcing it to tip over. It's going to capsize. Beyond that, you see the town's church, which seems to stand quite solid. Its foundations, which are already I just saw what was going on in the chat. 3 feet deep in floodwaters, and there are already frantic movement is visible in the upstairs windows as townsfolk are trapped inside. They rush around in a desperate attempt to save scriptures, comfort the sick, pray for deliverance. Some of them. So I'll quickly show you a map on the other screen. So when we get to it, let's have a look. So here, let's try the other one. Right. So this map that's up on screen, we'll kind of let it get there. Shows the outline of the town itself. There's a main kind of square in the middle. And one of those 2 buildings on the right-hand side is the pub that you were staying in. Okay, that's where you stayed before. At the top of the map, in the middle, you can see the cemetery, and just beneath the cemetery south is the church. Okay, so you're coming down on that northern road into the town itself. Now, this map, everything to the left of that white dotted line, again, we'll wait for it to catch up. Everything left on the white dotted line is pretty much knee-deep, waist-deep underwater. That is now gone. You can see people rushing around. They're wading through. Some have got kind of little rowboats. They're putting stuff in. And you see people crying. And you see these children screaming. And you see the people in the church. What do you wish to do?
So I have a question. Does Goblin Song work on anyone for distraction? Not just enemies?
It's mostly used against enemies to strike fear into their hearts.
But
you
say
can try it as a distraction.
Those people in the boat.
Yep.
Could I distract them while maybe Tolkus or someone grabbed them and got them to safety to keep them calm?
You can try. I mean, they're pretty much in that waist deep water. So for you, for Rup, for Elias, that's probably going to be over your heads, at least until the water kind of ebbs down a bit more.
So are they too far to hear me from where I am now?
You can try.
Did you say it's waist deep for me, Dave?
For them definitely. Not for you. You're a bit bigger.
Yeah. So
for you, it's just over your knees.
So I'm gonna, as soon as I think it's sort of semi-safe, I'll rush over to try and help the family in the turtle shell boat.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Right, and I'll give Goblin Song a go.
Okay, go for it.
Right, so I'm standing off to the side while Tolkus walks in, and I'll be like, "Hey, ho! This is the song, boys, song that never ends. Hey, ho! Some people started singing this song, not knowing how it ends."
Oh. Well, it ended quick.
Has it ended?
Well, I didn't want to go too long.
What exactly does that do? Does that do something special?
No, he thinks
do I have to roll anything for that?
Is it a morale booster?
I'll tell you what, roll a 20, let's see what happens.
I just look at Toblin as he's singing, I'm like, what?
That is... Whoo-wee. Hang on. 35.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Okay, it does in... I was just reading some bits and pieces on the chat. So we've got you start to sing, and the adult that's in the boat is ignoring the song. The children, however, start to kind of look over and go, "What?" And they do start to not exactly calm down, but you're distracting them enough that they're no longer hysterical. Where the adult is trying to kind of keep them calm, keep the boat stable, and the boat does seem to kind of stabilize a little bit. So well done.
Yay. Can I get Philbert to just like fly around my head a little bit?
You can do, yeah. The kids are like that.
Yeah.
So Tokus will make his way through the water, sure-footed, and get hold of the side of the boat, and then try to pull it into a safer area, or back to where the main group is.
Okay, let's get to the boat first. So, anyone else doing anything? Toblin's singing, Tolkus is going for it.
I'd like to help anyone I can see. So if there are people trying to get out of the water, I want to go and help them.
Yeah, you've got people trying to get out of shops and buildings, trying to rescue bits and pieces. That's fine. So you're just off to one of the other buildings. Yeah. Tolkus has gone into the turtleback. It's literally a turtleback shell that's wedged in this side of this building. So he's gone over to that bit. Elias, Rupp.
Yeah, I'd like to go to like the water's edge, further into the town, maybe.
Yep.
And try and help anyone who has maybe been injured by any of this. I assume someone must have got hurt.
You've seen the people in the church trying to kind of, it's one of those refuge points, isn't it? So
Right, yeah. The church is probably Rup's best bet.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna go there and see if I can help out at all.
Okay. Elias?
I'm going to activate my slippers, boots of spider climbing, and help some of the people out the building up onto higher ground. Put them on the roof.
Cool.
Ooh.
So, which building?
Any of the buildings. You said there were shops and that along the
Yeah.
front.
So you're going to go. So you and Elaine have gone to different buildings. Tolkus has gone to the boat with the children. Rups head off to the church. Toblin is basically assisting Tolkus with keeping the kids calm. Harrison?
Mine is a two-part question. Having remembered his reading a book in the orphanage called the How to Build Dams for Dummies, do I think that this current situation might be beneficial in terms of where the water is in the town, that a dam or building some kind of basic to stop more water getting in would help the situation, or do I think it's too far gone that I'd need to just go and just forget about it and go into town and help people?
This town, you'd have to kind of get further in to say what I said about that white dotted line. So half this town is now underwater. They are abandoning.
Yeah.
That's
but
it.
what I'm saying is that there's probably no point to stop more water getting in. It's pretty much done.
No.
It's damp.
It's done its damage. It's ebbing off, but there's still a strong amount of water flowing into Skull River, so that is pushing the water levels up.
Okay.
So this basically a huge wave came down and washed you all away and has crashed into the town. That's the flash flood.
Yeah.
But at the bottom of the town is a Skull River. And now there's a large amount of water still coming down the Skull River. So it's just, all it's doing is filling up.
Can I make a history check to remember most of the stuff that's in that book, to know if I can maybe build some kind of, or not build, but try and do something to stop more water getting in?
Yeah, I mean, you can try to rescue some of the buildings which are obviously the least affected.
Okay. I don't know really what. I'm probably going to head over to the church and see the people that are in there.
Okay.
Because I know, obviously, I saw that the people were heading in there. I'm going to head in there and check that everyone's okay.
Harrison, come with me. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll head with Rupp.
Cool. So you two.
I feel a bit out of place. So.
Okay. You two head off into the church. Tolkus, as you approach the Turtleback boat, the ferry boat thing, you see a huge black shape start to kind of wind its way out of the water. It's looking at the children.
Oh, jeez.
It looks to be like a giant snake. What do you wish to do?
How close to them is it?
It's right on the side of the boat. The children see it coming up like, and you can see it just this huge black snake.
You see, I'm worried about attacking things that don't attack straight away nowadays. Because I don't want to be like accused of picking on something that's not actually aggressive, if that makes sense.
It's a snake.
Yeah, I know, but what if it's going to try and help them? I don't know. Well, okay,
Not all snakes are bad.
It's true, but like,
some are good noodles.
Can I move between the boat and the snake?
Probably not. It is pretty close. It's not come up, like 5 or 10 foot. It's within 5 foot. So
okay.
It's
right. I'll try and get its attention away from them.
Okay.
So I will throw my throwing axe at it.
Okay. Roll to hit.
To try and get its attention. I'm not sure whether I want to attack it properly yet, so I'll throw it in front of its face.
Okay.
I won't throw it to hit it.
So you're behind it. There's the snake. The snake is looking at the kids.
All right. I'll throw my throwing axe in the back of its head then.
Okay. Go for it. Roll to hit.
Positioning.
There's a blunt end, right? You could throw it like a javelin or something.
Yeah, you twist it.
No, because it's a throwing axe, isn't it? It's going to go like that.
I see what you mean. Or just a rock or something.
Even if I try to hit it with the back of the head, there's a chance it might spin forward and hit it.
You just reach out and pull a brick out of a nearby wall.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so I'll throw my axe at its head, my little throwing axe.
Go for it.
And that is... Sorry, I'm just trying to find the... Oh, there it is. Yes, so that is a 32 to hit.
Yep, it hits. And the damage?
It is 2d6 plus 4. So that is 5 and 4, which is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage.
Okay.
Only a little bit of damage because I just wanted to get its attention.
No, that's fine. It whacks into its head, and you see it kind of react to that, and immediately it turns round on you and then disappears under the water. But you see the rivets of water coming towards you.
I was going to say that
the kids have now gone ape shit.
No, I was just going to say that's a hatchet of returning as well, so it comes straight back to me.
Yep.
And then I'll ready myself. I'll pull out my great axe and ready myself just in case it's going to attack me.
Toblin, you see that the snake, your song has stopped. The children singing now. They're now scared. They saw this giant snake in front of them, and now it's hurtling towards Tolkus.
Oh Jesus! All right.
Guys, there's a fucking snake in the water.
Tolkus is still in the water, isn't he?
Yep, he's in. You can jump in if you want to.
No, I was going to do something about the snake, but if I do that, it'll get him too.
All right, you can hit me. I don't mind.
Nah, you don't want this.
As long as it does less than 102 points of damage, you're all right.
I mean, it might. How bad would it be if I reach into the water right now and set off Shocking Grasp on that snake?
Do it.
Actually, yeah, no, that's an idea. How long is this bloody thing?
You're not sure. You've only seen maybe 2 foot of it, 3 foot.
2. Okay.
Toblin, that's out of game. Sorry, I was just going to do that in game, but it made no sense if I said it in game. If you tell me to jump at the moment you do it, I've got boots of leaping and bounding, so I could jump out the water.
That's interesting. Another idea I just had is, since I have the spellcasting ability for my familiar, I can choose a spell for him to cast. It doesn't have to be just the one that I said originally in my 5e stats for it, does it?
No.
Right. Well, I have a better idea then. I'm going to use Filbert for this.
Cool.
And then it's not going to fuck with Tolkus as bad.
Cool then.
I appreciate that.
Right, Filbert. It's a hot fucking day for it. Let's do this. And I'm going to send Filbert over to, like, clap on the back of the snake's head and cast Burning Hands on it.
Ooh. Okay, go for it.
All right. So what do I do to cast in Pathfinder?
He has to roll a reflex save, I think.
Yeah, and you're against your DC, so your DC will be at the top of the spell sheet.
I've got my class DC. Is that the same thing?
That's going to be the same, yeah.
Yeah, 14.
No, it's higher than that.
All right.
It hasn't had it on the extra. I believe it's 20. It's either 24 or 26.
It's going to be 26 probably.
Okay. Yeah, I've got base and then charisma added to it. Is all it says here.
Okay.
It's not got the expert thing ticked. I think is the problem. So you need to add on the extra 12. So it is 26.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, 26. There you go.
Right. And that's fine. It hits. What's the damage?
2d6. All right.
Justinian. Justinian 9.
6.
Thank you very much. 6 damage.
Oh, hang on. I've got this heightened thing. How does that work again?
You have to cast it at a high level spell using a high level slot.
Okay. Well, never mind. I'll just use it at me normal spell for Philbert.
Yep, that's fine. And what did you cast?
Burning Hands.
Okay, so
I'm liking
Philbert
Philbert a lot.
Philbert flitters down and puts his little wadded feet on the snake. And you see his hands glow. And the snake definitely did not like that. But still continues on its way to Tolkus.
All right.
Tolkus, what do you want to do?
I will be standing ready for action.
Okay.
Because I can't get... It's between me and the boat, isn't it?
Yep, 29.
Yeah, so I can't,
30. Does
get
30
past.
hit you?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I think so. Yeah, 26 is the arm class.
Where's my dice? Oh, that one. Right, here we go. That is 17 damage.
Yep.
And it not only just bites your arm, it wraps around your whole body. Okay? So you are now effectively grabbed or grappled.
Yep.
Grappled by 1 point. So you are immobilized and flat-footed.
Do I get a chance to escape on my go?
On your neck, well, you can
make an opposing grapple, isn't it?
Yep. Go ahead.
What's the Dewberry? Because I've actually got. Is he large?
He's extremely large.
Because I've got.
It's a giant boa.
Right, I have a.
It's a giant snake.
I have a skill called Titan Wrestler.
Yep.
Which means that I can wrestle against. You can attempt to disarm, grapple, shove, or trip creatures up to 2 sizes larger than you, or up to 3 times larger than you if you are legendary in athletics. I don't think that's going to help in this one because I'm not actually using it against him. I am just grappled myself.
Instead of a trouser snake, it's an arm snake.
Yeah. So I assume I'm going to have to make some sort of opposing athletics check, aren't I?
Yep.
Right. Oh, it's big numbers again. That is 32.
Okay.
16 on dice plus 16 athletics.
Yep. Well done.
Does that allow me to get at least partially free?
Yep. So you flex. Tolkus bulge. Go for it.
I just breathe in.
That is not something I thought I'd hear said.
with a
Are we back on sausages again?
We are.
So I'm going to try and attack him. I assume we're probably going to roll initiative next round, are we?
We're getting there.
Because this is like a surprise round.
Yep. Depends what you do.
Thing. All right, I'm gonna attack him.
Go.
I'm gonna take a swipe at him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll those dice.
It's a natural 20.
Well done.
Do we need to do damage? Do we need to?
It's a sword and shield on the 20. I don't know if that's visible quite there, but there we go. So that hits an armor class of 39.
Yeah, hit.
And he's going to take 12, 10, 3, 8, plus 4. Should have had calculator up, shouldn't I?
Yep. It's dead.
Okay.
It's dead.
Tolkus does what Tolkus does best.
Yeah.
Tolkus gets a hit. It's dead.
Oh, loving these dice. Loving them. I don't think I've rolled below 16 so far.
So how do you want to kill it?
Well, it's just got to take its head off. There's not much you can do with a snake, is there? I suppose.
No, so you swipe.
Well,
takes its
you've
head
got
off.
a cone in it, haven't you? Just jaws.
Oh no! But I was swiping out with my axe. Oh, I
You
suppose
grab
I
it
can
and
cut
then punch
Yeah, as its mouth's open like that, the axe goes down the middle of the mouth.
Okay, so as it leaps out,
Yeah.
as it's curled up around you and it comes up, as it goes to get you,
just
you
like
manage to get your arm free and well done. Okay, now this is what happens. You hear an almighty roar. Harrison, Rupp, you hear it as well. And then I'll switch to the other camera as we get there. You then, it is Tolkus and Toblin. Yelena and Elias, you also kind of see this from your vantage point as you start to hear the noise and you look around for like, what is that? It sounds like a building falling down. It's kind of raw and rubble and stuff like that. What you see is, I'm just gonna bring up our picture if I can find it. There are so many pictures. Which one is it?
That's not the new feature.
Not that one. Not that one.
I know you keep talking about doing a musical episode.
Yeah, he's desperate.
I am definitely. I definitely need to do that.
We're the badgers. We've defeated a snake.
There it is.
Mushrooms.
Right.
It's going to be a giant mushroom, isn't it?
So you see
Damn,
what
I missed my
appears to
opportunity
be
too.
the kind of where is the I'll find my page.
Ipsy, you're on. That you're now contractually obliged to that.
Oh, is she actually doing her songs? Is she?
She wants to join us, and she's offered to write original songs for it.
That's cool. Ipsy, you can be on as a guest. Just let me know when. Right. So this enormous creature, you see its head start to rise itself above the buildings, and then you realise that as this thing is moving out of the water is starting to go down. It was also part of those black shapes you saw when you were being pushed downstream. And basically this enormous creature's serpentine neck supports this leering reptilian face and head. You see it sees all these tentacles start to shoot out of the body. And I've got another picture for you as well. Which...
Is anybody else getting Beetlejuice vibes off that thing?
A little bit.
No, but good idea. Good idea.
Can I scream?
You see,
it's not a fight unless
is that a free
screams.
action?
You see this
snake,
monster rise
snake.
out from behind the church, and then his tentacles, these huge, I mean, these are the size of trucks, start wrapping themselves around the church. Rupp and Harrison, you see things going past the windows as people in the church start to scream. The windows start to crack. Water's been pouring in for the ground floor anyway. And then for everyone on the outside, you see this thing start to squeeze.
Church?
Okay? Squeeze the church.
So was that snake thing that I just killed like a baby version of that thing?
No, that was a giant snake.
Oh, that was just a giant snake.
That was just a giant snake. It's washed, basically all the river has washed things down. This thing was probably inside the water.
What if it's the cause?
Right.
Now, we are going to take a break there because it's just gone 10:30 this side. I'm going to run an ad. I've run one of the Goblin adverts. Wait, let's change camera. Let's go back to here.
Goblins!
So we've got a minute. Oh, what happened to the cameras? We've all changed. Who disconnected? Someone disconnected.
I
think it was you.
Network crashed. It was me.
So we are going to take a quick break. I was going to say it was at 9 o'clock, but it wasn't. And then we will come back, fix the cameras, and we'll do a Q&A with Sean Sunday, who is this week's special guest player. Everybody ready?
Yeah, off for a pee, back in 3.
Okay.
I'm rough
See
now.
you in a minute.
Hi, and welcome to the Beetle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse Shopping Network. Shipping Goblin Bob here is going to tell you all about our new Platinum Edition. It's my favorite.
Thanks, George. Friends, are you tired of putting a cat, a flask of poison, and a source of radiation into a sealed box and having to settle for a cat that's dead or alive? Well, Beetle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse has the product for you. Introducing the Schrodinger's Cat Platinum Edition. With the Schrodinger's Platinum Box, you can have both versions of your pet at the same time. Free yourself from objective collapse and enjoy a cat that simultaneously exists in two decoherent realities. It's time for atomic indeterminacy to enter the macroscopic domain. It's time for Schrodinger's Cat Platinum Edition.
Yeah. She's totally dead. But totally alive.
Only from Beetle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse. Simultaneously available and sold out now.
Hello, we're back. How we doing? How we doing?
Good.
Well, I need to sort out these questions. Not these questions. The video. But while I'm doing that, Sean, you can take your mask.
What's cracking?
Not a duck. Not a duck. Yeah, tell us about because you recently changed your kind of company studio name as well as your face. Tell us about why you're incognito. Tell us about yourself, what you do.
Yeah, all right.
All the stuff that's coming up.
Yeah, I finally settled on a brand. I've been just trading under my name for so long. And I finally got what I needed to get a custom YouTube channel. I'm like, right, because it's time to finally settle on something permanent. It's been tricky trying to settle on something that encompassed the variety of work that I do. Comics, board games, and tabletop gaming, and comics reviews, and all the above. So I ended up going with Brain Beast Studios because, Brian is a good boy, and he's already our studio mascot. And it also sort of was a nod to my ADHD too, and how it is the beast that fuels everything, whether that's for good or ill.
Yeah.
And so at the moment, I am gearing up for season 2 of No Capes, which is my comic book chat show. I'm really excited about it. I've updated all of the visuals for No Capes, and we've got a new trailer for it coming. Haven't got a new theme song yet, unfortunately. But I've got some really amazing guests lined up. I've got Lonnie Nadler. Frankie White is going to be the first episode. I've got so many amazing people coming on this year, and I don't even have the list, but I'm looking forward to talking to Lonnie. I'm going to be talking to Kelly Fitzpatrick, Marissa Louise. Yeah, Lonnie Nadler, I think. Let me just check that before I say so, because I don't want to promise anything I can't deliver. But if I'm right... Yeah, I'm talking to Cullen Bunn about trying to get him on the show.
Cool.
He's into D&D and Pathfinder and everything too, so we just exchanged some RPG materials. So we're looking at that. And of course, obviously, the Shifting Spire is coming up, with you lot being my first player team. I'm really excited about that.
Yep. So
So for everyone in the chat who doesn't know about it already, the Shifting Spire is going to be a semi-competitive, team-based dungeon crawl. It's an abandoned wizard's tower that the players have to get as close to the top as they can in a 6-hour session. It is possible to get through all 10 floors if you don't faff around too much. It is also possible to spend too much time hunting for treasure, get some cool stuff, and not get past the second floor. And it's also possible for TPK. TPK is not the goal, but it is a real danger. We've got some amazing sponsors for that. Session Zero, of course. Norse Foundry, Dungeon Fog. I've just been talking to Arkenforge, Beetle and Grimm's.
Yeah,
Glowcraft Australia is making an amazing laser cut dice tower of the Shifting Spire.
Yeah.
One for me and one for the winning team, who may be the Badgers, may not.
Of course it is. Just give it to us now.
And I'm really looking forward to it. It's the biggest and most ambitious project of this type that I've ever undertaken. I've got a few other people that have all told me that they're excited to watch it as well. Bill over at Beetle and Grin said that they've actually been trying to think of something like this, but they couldn't figure out what format they wanted to go with. So
I think they should put their teams together and jump into the Shifting Spire. So I think
they're all very busy lads. So hopefully I can at least get a guest appearance at some point. That would be cool. Maybe have them show up on a floor as Beetle and Grim and just be like, "Yeah, don't worry about this one. We already killed everyone."
Cool. I saw that Ipsy in chat is asking, what is your best advice to working with ADHD?
Right. I do have some advice. 1, therapist. Find a good therapist that knows about ADHD, because they can help you to identify symptoms that you didn't know you had and come up with coping strategies for them. things like, they can help you with time management. They can help you with RSD, which is one of the worst parts of having ADHD.
Yeah.
Which is rejection sensitive dysphoria. It's a nightmare, honestly, but it can get better once you start to acknowledge its existence and know how it works. 2, ignore people who tell you to get a planner. Just look for other people with ADHD, find out what they're doing for their organization and stuff like that, and try a couple things and see what works for you. Not everything, like it's same with autism. If you've met one person with ADHD, you've met one person with ADHD. It affects us all a little bit differently. We all have different limitations, and different solutions work for different people. So look for the solutions that fit you, do research, check out Danny Donovan, Pina, ADHD Alien, Jess over at How to ADHD is invaluable. Watch her videos. They are amazing. And of course, Jess's partner, the Dr. B over at Take This, is doing really good work for mental health and neurodiversity and stuff like that. Those resources are probably the best things I can recommend, because you will learn so much about your brain and how it works, and it'll help you come up with the solutions that work for you. I was a friggin' mess 2 years ago. I still, like, I'd been on my journey, but I was still an unorganized mess. I am still chaos incarnate, but I mean, I'm here at 7 o'clock in the morning playing Pathfinder, and I had my shit organized last night so that I'd be ready to sit down and play, which would not have happened a couple of years ago. So find the resources, and those will all happen. For as far as playing games with ADHD, do check out the panel on neurodiversity and accessibility that I did last year, and check out Dreamwisp, who has a new disability, accessibility, and inclusivity resource document. Those will help make your games and your experience gaming better.
Now, you mentioned the tools and things that you can use. Because of that, you came up with your own player shield or player screen.
I did.
Do you want to kind of show it off?
If I can do this without destroying everything. Yes. Okay. So at the moment, I'm not doing any more sales for physical versions.
And I have one too.
Reserving most of them for Shifting Spire contestants.
Dr. Thank you for following. Thank you.
So I'm not doing physical sales on Etsy anymore for them at the moment, because I'm low on stock and I have to keep some for the players. But you can get the print-at-home digital version of it on my Drive-Thru RPG. It's like $2.
Yep.
And I designed it to help those of us with neurodiversities and memory issues and anxiety issues, to just have a quick reference so that you can look at what the basics of what you need to know as a player are during the game. It's got a reminder on the first panel of what you can do on your turn. In the middle panel, it's got, your important information about death saves and exhaustion and leveling and what advantage and disadvantage are and stuff like that. And then the conditions are organized in alphabetical order on the third panel. So that if you're poisoned or whatever and you can't remember what that looks like, you can just go P, poisoned, done. There it is. Because I found that cheat sheets and cards don't really work for most of us with ADHD, autism, and stuff like that, especially ADHD, because of object permanence issues.
Yep.
If it's out of sight, it doesn't exist. And I will forget to use it. But having this vertically on the table in front of me, so it's always in vision, you could just quickly read and check. And I found a lot of people with dyscalculia and autism as well were having issues with remembering which dice were which. So at Robin, my partner's suggestion, I drew up that little diagram and put that on the thing as well, so that you can just quickly glance and go, oh yeah, this shape is the one I need to roll right now. Instead of trying to look at them and count the faces and stuff like that, if you've forgotten for whatever version.
Now, I think this is lovely, and I got in contact with Sean last year after I'd seen this. I think this is also great for new beginners to the game. Now, obviously, this one is 5e. But Aaron, if you're still in live chat, what's the ability of doing one of these for Peso?
Yes, actually, I am planning to learn the basics for Pathfinder to try to knock one of these together. Bill over at Beetle and Grimm's got really excited about that idea, so I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a go. Yeah. So if anyone wants to help me at Official Paizo to learn the rules, DM me. I would really appreciate the help.
Cool. So what's next? Everything you've got. I just saw Neville saying, "Yeah, it's also helpful for old gits." Yeah. Cheers, Mike. What's next? I mean, this year is pretty much a shift in Spire. But tell us about your work with Ardent.
Yes. Right. So yeah, I am the community manager for Ardent Roleplay. Excuse me. Which is local Brisbane company, and we make an augmented reality app for TTRPGs. The app itself, of course, is system agnostic, so you can use it with any RPG you want, but we are creating a set of... Bloody hell, 1 second.
I'll teach you to have Vegemite just before you come on.
Yeah, combination of Vegemite and fucking this.
Getting grilled doesn't help, does it?
Yeah, so we're creating a bunch of pre-made and pre-written adventures in the app, which we've got a couple up there already. We've got The Haunting from Chaosium. And we actually, that's a really good point as well. Official Paizo, please do get in touch with me about licensing then, as you just said in the chat, because Ardent wants to learn a bit about your open gaming license and work out what adventures we could try to build a companion for using Ardent, so that people buy the adventure from you, but they can play it with Ardent Roleplay. And I have not had the time to sit down and study your OGL yet. I know what we can do with the Wizards of the Coast one, but I'm not sure about Paizo. And we would love to be able to create some pre-built sets of terrain and monsters for that purpose. At the moment, I am writing The Hunger of Fur's Peak, which I streamed the first iteration of in December, and that is going to be available on Drive-Thru RPG, and then you'll be able to download that in the app straight to your phone and start playing immediately. And so what we do with
you can name drop if you want, Sean. Who has been on that?
Oh, well, that was a really great adventure, actually. Obviously, MC Etching, Punko Nix, that was in the chat before. Good old Ben, Barmy Army over at Indigitech, who hopefully will be playing with you guys soon.
I bet.
TJ Rotel and Denise Pantoja, who were the producers for Relics and Rarities, and have their own new channel called Channel 29, and play regularly on Fractured Roll.
Split the
They're
party TV,
wonderful players, and I have recommended them all get in touch with you. Split the Party TV is actually also, that's Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Matt Brown, aka Matt Berry the Kobold.
Matt, you need to
One
DM
of my
me.
favorite people to play with. He is. I just poked him again. And yeah, Ardent works really simply. You've got the cards here. I've got a couple out already, which are these are the trackers. And you can go into the creation kit if you want to make something custom and build up your own adventure, and then you assign each model to a card, so that when you scan as a player and scan the card, the model the DM has set will show up. Obviously, with the pre-written adventures that we're making, that's all set up for you. All you have to do is grab out the required cards, put them on the table at the required time.
Yep.
Yeah, and we also have, you can get started completely for free. We have a 30-day free trial on the app, and we have the free print and play cards, which Dave is showing off, available on DriveThruRPG and our website. So you can just download a print and play deck and start playing. So,
and these are really cool as well. I mean, I've seen these and I've used these firsthand. This is for anyone who's obviously seen. I'm assuming everyone on the channel has seen Star Wars. The chessboard when the playing pieces come alive. That is what this is. Plus buildings and everything else. It is incredibly detailed.
I have been a fan since before I started working with the company. So like when I was talking to Ralph and he was like, "Are you interested in community management work?" I was like, "Yes, let me hype this. Please let me be the company hype man." Because it's just such a cool tech and it's really fun. But yeah, it's really easy to use and you can get started completely for free with the 30-day free trial or the basic free subscription for players, and download the free print and play cards and have a crack. We're making all the pre-made adventures to use the print and play cards so that you don't have to necessarily buy a deck just to have a crack. You can just download a game to your phone, the GM can start playing, and you're good to go. So we're working on our own in-house ardent roleplay adventure right now called the Necromancer of Naminar. We've made a few really cool and fun changes to the story to increase the pacing and add a bit more excitement. We've added a new monster encounter. You can see a version of that on the Ardent Roleplay YouTube and in my Twitch VODs, which I played with B. Dave Walters and Alicia Marie, Joel from I Speak Giant, and AJ Lamarck from Dungeons and Drag Queers.
So just to highlight there, you have already DM'd B. Dave Walters.
Yes.
See, this is and Alicia Marie, the body.
Yes, and they were magnificent.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia is the one who told me about this whole face thing. Actually, she used it in our game, and it was amazing. But yeah, if you want a bit of a preview about the Necromancer adventure, that whole VOD is available. The version that we're almost finished is a bit different. We've changed a few things in the encounters and stuff, and it's going to be really fun and exciting. I'm looking forward to DMing that one again on a stream once we finish it. And I am looking forward to DMing the new version of The Hunger of First Peak, because Toblin and Joblin get more time to shine, as that is where they both originated. And I've removed all the Shia LaBeouf references in it and made it a bit more dramatic as well as comedic.
Cool. Well done. Just checking out everyone. Again, just to quickly say thank you to everyone who's joining us today. It's been a bit of a long week for us. And Sean's joining us. So thank you everyone for getting in. Ryan, Session 0, how you doing? Who else we got coming in? Dork Taos, thank you for following. Joy Derision, hello Joy Derision. Justinian, the Night Lady, Lauren, Mr. Chelly, Nevermore, Fisher Pato, Promethean, Split Part TV, Tom Toms. I'm getting messages from everywhere now. How many messages have we got? Yeah, there's loads of messages. Virgo Pros and Zero Theory. Thank you everyone for joining us. Remember, you can help support us if you have Twitch Prime subs or just subs. You can do that as well. We got some more questions coming in. My phone has just gone mental, so I'm stalling while Steve finds another question. Steve's still looking as well. We've done those questions. I've done that question. We've done that one.
Yeah. So yeah, no. If anyone has any other questions, I'm actually not sure what to talk about today.
Yeah, just stick it. If you have a new question, stick it in chat. I have an old question that you didn't get to answer because there's so many questions come in. Joe, who's our moderator on this show, you know him as a DM of Tomb of Annihilation. He's saying, "Do you take bribes as a DM?" And what do you accept?
I mean, you can try. It'll still be a fucking, it'll be a skill roll to see whether you succeed or not. I'll still keep the goods though.
Where did the idea for shifting spire come from? What was the motivation?
Shoot. Well, it started out as a Hero Quest adventure, to be honest. I love Hero Quest. I started playing that well and truly before I even started D&D. And I came across this custom expansion pack that some designer buddies in a Facebook group had designed called The Tower. And it was just a big square tower. And it had modular room tiles so you could just create your own floors and stuff. And it had its own basic mechanics, like every floor, this many monsters will show up on the far side of the tower and start making their way towards you. And I loved the look of everything. And I was like, this is really cool. What can I do to make this more fun for me and my group and also help promote this thing that these guys have made? So I came up with the Hero Quest version of the Shifting Spire. And then at some point last year, as I started getting more comfortable DMing and being on stream and stuff like that, it twigged that this could be a really fun D&D stream as well. Because I was in the process of converting D&D monsters over to Hero Quest for that game. And I was like, well, yeah, no, I should stream this. And then it started thinking about how I was going to do it. And then I was like, no, this needs to be something fun and crazy and competitive and like give every set of players a chance to see how far they can get through it. And then that just sort of spiraled into what it is now.
I was just gonna it's all gone. I was gonna there you are, it's my list back. I was just gonna see if Aaron, are you still out there in live chat? And would you like to do? This is not for you, Sean. Would you like to do a giveaway? You mentioned before in an email that you wanted to do potentially do a giveaway. We could do it now if you're in agreement. It would be the PDF box set. Hello, are we still here? Cool. Let's see what he says. So what we got is we got a quick competition as we wrap up with Sean. Let's see. It's the PDF. If official Paizo say yes, what we'll do is we'll run a quick competition to do a giveaway for the beginner's box set. You get the PDF of that. There you go. Awesome. It's a Pathfinder beginner box in PDF format. So it's everything you get but in digital format. The main game. So Steve, we're set up as code word box. Code word Paizo.
No, not code word Paizo. That's the commands. Please don't type in code word Paizo. It's box.
But you have to have an official Paizo account. So if you go to the official Paizo website, you can open up a free account. It's the same as DM's Guild. You open up a free account, and then they can add books, PDFs to your account, and you can just download them.
Does it include a set of PDF dice that you fold up yourself?
I think they should do. They should do
that would be awesome.
dice.
I know it sounds like I'm taking the piss, but that would still kind of work, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, papercraft dice are fun.
Yeah.
I made papercraft dice for the print and play version of my board game Squirrel Wars.
There you
so
go.
That people can play test it.
Yeah. There
you go, Paizo. PDF dice. You can thank me later.
Papercraft is really popular at the moment as well. So why not stick some?
Yeah, I've got a stack this thick of papercraft terrain sitting beside me, waiting to be assembled.
Cool. Right. So it's exclamation mark box. Chuck it in. We'll give you 30 seconds, and then we will pull a winner.
So Nightbot is not working.
Nightbot is not doing it.
It's
Nightbot is not behaving. So what we'll do is we will roll a dice.
Yeah. Okay. We will do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Steve. Well, our new level up dice. Oh, fantastic level up dice from Level Up. So go check out the Kickstarter.
We'll cut it there. I'm going to roll now. And the winner is Nevermore 1. You have won the PDF.
That's Mike. Well done.
Well done, Mike.
Well done, Mike.
Mike actually won during the Christmas special that we did. So the Christmas special, check it out. It's on YouTube.
Familiar.
Yeah, we had 25 guests, including Sean was there as well. 25 guests, and we gave away a Dogmite GM screen. It's like $300.
I was so jealous.
Mike, it is beautiful. Mike's actually sent us in some photos, and it is beautiful. He actually paid additional money to get it upgraded as well. So he pimped out that DM screen brilliantly.
I love the
If you haven't seen
Dogmite
that
stuff.
episode, go check it out. It's hilarious.
Yeah, very funny.
I would
Very,
love
very
Dogmite to make a Shifting Spire inspired DM screen. That would be gorgeous. I love their screens so much.
There we go. Well, they've done some fantastic commissions in the past. They just did one for Joe Manganiello as well. So you should get on there.
I mean,
we'll get one.
these are the only coins I have to rub together, so.
Oh.
Go on, Chris. Show it. Go on,
Hero
Chris.
point 1.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, there
Yay.
Yes!
At least you're holding it the
Campaign
right way.
coin!
No, hold on. We called them something else.
Yeah, we did.
What?
Careful, official Peso is in live chat.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Peso. I'm really sorry, but the design on those did make me laugh.
What, you mean that? Or...
Cool.
Okay.
Right. So you've seen this thing. This
Just before we go, we move on.
We need to pull a winner, don't we? No, we don't.
No, we haven't. We've done that. We've done the winner. What we need to do is award the hero point token to somebody because we had a vote earlier on after getting a path sorted, and one of the players gets a token. So one of the players needs to be awarded a hero point token. So you've got your coin, haven't you, Rup? So why don't you? Well, you've got a coin, so let's say you have it.
Nice.
Oh, it's like that, is it? Right.
Well, then we get to show it off, don't we?
True.
Well done. Okay, so Rup has 2 coins. 2 hero points.
Nice. Well, I need it if I'm in the church right now, right?
That's the other reason for getting it, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, it's 12:15. Let's set this thing home. You see,
11.
This that's the one. It's two. I've only had 1 beer as well. Blimey. I was going to say, that's what I forgot. It was Sharon's birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday, Sharon.
Happy birthday, Sharon.
Yay.
Happy birthday. Now I feel guilty about giving the hero point to Rup.
Next week.
And many more.
Next week. Well, lockdown birthdays are weird. As you'll probably find out, Dave. Next month.
Why? When is...
Next month.
When was that?
I believe it's in February.
It is. I can't say anything because official Peso are in the chat. They'll only send me a PDF and I can't show you that. I need a book. Give me a book. Right, so yeah, thank you very much, Sharon. I've got some dice for you. I've still got them. I will get them out in the post. And I've got a coin for you as well. So you'll get an official hero point coin all the way from Australia from Campaign Coins.
Cool.
They are really, really nice.
Yeah,
I love campaign coins.
We're doing a lot of love for Australia right now. Because they're having their breakfast. So it's the start of their morning.
And they're in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Time travellers.
Yes, it is Friday morning.
It's not. It's Thursday. It's not even midnight. Cool. I'm just
defeat a massive snake thing.
Right, ready?
Octopus
So,
snake.
Rup and Harrison, you are inside the church, and you see as the light disappears because the windows start to crack, and this thing just moves across, creating a shadow, and then you hear the walls crack. Everyone outside, you see this huge beast monster rise up out. It is gargantuan in size.
Fuck me, what is that?
It is wrapping around the church, and you can see it just flex, and it just squeezes the church.
Harrison. Guess is the door cracking as well? I'm guessing as well.
The door,
Like-
the door is closed.
Yeah.
It's not cracking as such. It's up to you. What would you like to do?
Well, can I see what's around me? Is there any like cellar or something that I could bring people down to?
Yeah, there's definitely there's loads of water at the bottom of the church, but you can see that there's a couple of priests wandering around. If you want to go and ask them, you can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just rush up to one of them and say like, the church is crumbling. Where can we go? Anywhere in particular?
Yeah. There's a trap door just behind the altar. You can use that one.
Well, okay, right. I start.
Let's get them in. Yeah, hurry.
Corralling people. I just go this way.
He starts picking somebody injured up.
Yeah.
They start getting their any kind of dry blankets. You can still see people trying to take the treasures, the church treasures and things, trying to keep them safe.
Yeah, I'm gonna use like ghost sounds to try and amplify my voice a bit, and say this way, and go get to the trap door for people.
Okay, so you start ushering them in. Harrison, what would you like to do?
So I'll watch Rupp go and do that. I'm going to stand outside to try and kind of signal to the rest of the party to kind of come and see this big, massive snake thing.
I think they see it, man.
Okay.
I think they see it.
And I'm gonna make sure that Tobin's nearby, and I'm gonna retrieve my returning throwing knife, and I'm gonna say to him, "This is a knife."
Toblin is with Tolkus because they were out by the boat. They are not anywhere near the church. They're not inside the church. You were inside the church.
You're inside.
Oh, okay,
You're inside the church because you went with Rupp.
I'll have to use this pun later then. I will go outside the church.
Okay, so you go to the door. You're trying to fling it open. You realise it's wedged. Just do a quick strength check for me.
Okay. 26.
Okay, so you pull on the door handle and you go to pull the door. It's wedged. You can see that it's not the door, it's not the wooden bit, it's the stone frame around it. It's just kind of gone a little bit wonky, just enough for the wood to get stuck. You yank on it again and pull the door, which is now broken off one of the hinges. It's just kind of swinging and swaying off. There is no outside. All you literally see blocking you are these giant, round, like octopus suckers as it starts to slowly move past the door and block it. This thing is huge.
Is there a nearby window I can jump out of?
The windows have already got tentacles around, like the stained glass windows. You can kind of run around trying to find one that's clear, but the roof is the bit that's cracking the most. So if you imagine a building that's being squeezed, the top bit is going to break first. The foundations are stronger, and as Rupp has already said, the safety is in the basement.
Yeah, I'm gonna abandon trying to attack the thing because obviously I'm pumped up at this point, and I'm gonna try and go find Rupp and help the rest of them.
Okay, so you see Rupp trying to get everyone in. He's throwing sweets left, right, and centre. He's trying to get these people in. You see the two priests trying to usher people in as well, kind of getting in an orderly fashion. People are trying to pick up their belongings and hurry
These are
along.
the injured people as well. Like this is,
Yeah.
this is...
Harrison's like, go over there. I don't care if you're limping. Go. You may be dead. Move.
Dragging some people along, you know.
Yeah.
I'll be helping people and kind of.
I just go, Harrison, get the door open so that people can get out. Some people can get out. Like.
Oh, I'm used to people opening doors for me. All right, and I go over and help the door open for people.
No, well, no, as in fight the
As in
monster.
the trap,
Stop, stop dilly-dallying and fight the monsters and help our friends.
Oh, I thought that you wanted some help getting people down in the cellar. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how it's best to get out. Do I believe that there's? Well, I probably don't know, but if through the cellar I can get out again or not?
You don't know. You have to go down and find out. See if there's another exit.
Okay, I'm gonna go down in the cellar and poke around.
Okay.
And find another exit if I can.
Yeah. Okay. Go on, Rob.
Do I see the door that Harrison yanked open that's just got tentacles in it?
Yep.
Can I
so
just...
as you ushering people down, you've been keeping an eye on what Harrison is doing and thinking, what's he doing?
Yeah, over his shoulder, I'm gonna get out the finger guns and do a searing light down the down the whole church as from the altar.
For the church, yeah.
Yeah, going through, weaving through pews as it like tries to hit the tentacles on the way out.
Yep. Go for it.
So yeah, I'd like to make
great
a
idea.
Roll. That is a nat 20.
Nice.
I'm not sure what that does actually.
Is there damage?
Yeah, fire damage. It's a lot of fire damage.
Do that. Let's roll that, and then we'll find out what happens.
Yeah. So.
This is where all those dice come into play. Eh?
Yeah. I've got a lot of fire dice here. It's good. So. 8, 16, 26 points damage. Fire damage.
Yeah.
Does it happen to be undead?
You don't believe it's undead.
No. Okay.
You don't get that. You don't get that feeling from it.
Okay. Well, otherwise it would have done more. But.
So the Syrian light goes around the pews, misses people, and Harrison is like, ah, and it misses him. Goes straight into one of the tentacles, and he wasn't really you didn't think it was going to do much damage, just kind of gets attention, but actually it sears through and almost explodes with light and fury and fire. This tentacle has kind of gone from something solid to kind of half hanging off, and you hear from inside this thing is basically hugging the church. You hear the as it rumbles and vibrates through the church. You definitely hurt it.
Okay. I just see the door's open.
It's not open, but you saw this kind of just tear the flesh.
You can hurt it. I just say to him,
stab time.
I just go fight the monster. Stop hiding in the cellar.
Stab time. Right. So what we're going to do? We're all going to roll initiative now.
Okay.
And then we're into places. Steve, just a quick question. Is Dungeon Fog ready?
It's ready. You will have to rejoin.
Okay. Can I refresh or do I rejoin?
You'll have to rejoin because I've got no one's connections at the moment, so I'll click on the link.
Okay. We might not need it at the moment. We might not need it unless we just kind of play this way. What do you think?
It won't, if you click on it, I can set you up while we play the first round this way, and then if you want to stick it up, you've got the option then.
Okay. Let's do it. I will try. Right, everybody, what's your initiatives? Let's call them out. Let's go with... We'll do Steve last. Chris.
Nat 1,
Sorry.
so 18.
Right.
From glory to...
Topus.
26.
Harrison.
Ask for more, 34.
Well done. I need a new initiative tracker. If anyone has a really good initiative tracker that has high numbers, not just 1 to 20, but much higher, I could really do with one. Please let us know, and we'll showcase the product here.
1 to 40 would probably be better, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Elena.
34 as well.
34, right. And Tolbin.
How do I find out me fucking initiative
Perception.
Bonus?
Add your perception.
Yeah, add your perception to a d20.
Right. Where's perception gone?
Sort of middle right, top-ish.
Yeah, below your health.
Yeah, there it is. Right. Oh, shit, that's all right then. 23.
23, yep. And Elias.
25.
25.
25.
Thank you. Right, we're going to start top of the round. Harrison, you see this searing white bright light shoot from Rup's fingers. You see this tentacle burn and sear away. It starts to smell a bit like calamari. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I obviously I'm hearing Rup telling me to go and fight the damn thing.
You just heard it roar.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm just going to run straight to the doors where the tentacles are, and I'm going to attempt to try and slash it with my swords. So I'll be rolling with a double slice.
Rolling.
And
rolling.
Right in the charred bit.
So first hit is a 30, so probably hits.
That hits,
and,
yeah.
And the next hit is my other sword is a 22.
Missed.
Okay, so the first attack is for 8 points of standard damage and 3 points of persistent bleed.
Ooh.
Ooh, well done.
Nice.
Oh, actually, yeah, I've missed out on something, but I'll do that next time. But
okay.
So I moved and did double slice, and that's 2 actions, so that's the end of my turn. So.
Okay, well done. Yelena, you're up next.
Okay.
Followed by me.
How far away am I from it?
Let's say you're about 60 feet from it.
Okay.
So you're a couple of buildings, because that's what you're doing. You're helping the people out. Everyone around you has just seen this thing and heard it roar and then seen a tentacle kind of burst open. They've gone apeshit crazy. They are freaking out. What do you want to do?
I'm going to look at this creature and think that it's displaced rather than it's attacking because it doesn't know what's going on. So I would like to use 2 actions to run up to it. And then I want to use one of my class features, which I have never used before, called Wild Empathy, which means I can make a diplomacy check to make an impression on an animal and make simple requests of them.
Okay.
So I want to shout up at it and just go, stop, we're not your enemies. I know that this isn't where you belong. Please go back to the water. We mean you no harm. And this might involve me using my hero point. No, I'm going to use my hero point. It was okay, but I want it to be better. Slightly better. 24 diplomacy.
Okay, 24.
Try and convince it to stop. Because I don't know that people inside the church are attacking it.
You hear not a voice, but there's a voice in your head. So you don't hear it, through your ears.
Okay.
It's not shouting out at you. A voice, very deep, rumbling, replies to you. And it says something along the lines of, "No, puny human, you awaken me. Now I serve." And there you go, something like that.
Well, he's evil. Feel free. Focus, go ham.
Right, my go.
It's not just a hungry creature, it's definitely a baddie.
I would like to know who it serves.
So, Yelena, you as the first one to attack from the outside, so it hit and spoke to it. It is now kind of, as it raises its head, and you kind of hear this voice in your head. It kind of looks at you.
I look defiantly back.
You see, almost kind of not exactly coming out of its neck. It was already part of its neck. You see 4 additional tentacles, much smaller than the body tentacles it moves around on. It's gone full manga. This thing just comes out.
Oh my god! I hope it hasn't.
You're at Sakadoji.
Yeah.
We go.
Stare.
Run, Yelena, run!
You hear Tolka scream behind you. That is 32 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, so you hear Tolkus scream out, "Run, Yelena, run!" And as you kind of turn, let's imagine you. What do you want to do? You hear Tolkus say, "Run."
Run?
Probably. Yeah, I trust Tolkus, so I probably would try and run. I just heard it say that it serves something and got the impression that bit of a dick. Bad idea.
So you turn and in slow motion, you're like, fuck it, I am gone. And you start running towards Tolkus. Remember, you're still the water's kind of gone down a bit, but you're still trudging in water.
Yep.
And Tolkus sees you turn towards him and start running with a very fearful look in your eye. And as this snake rears its head, it goes to bite you. With a 34 to hit.
Yep.
And that is going... Oops, nearly. Going to do... 19 points of biting damage.
Ouch.
As it tries to take a snap out of you. Now, it didn't roll high enough, so you managed to actually get away. But it hurt you. So, yeah.
Rope.
So it managed to take a bite. It's done some damage to you, but it did not manage to grab a hold of you. Right. Then, Tolkus, you shouted out. It's going to lunge a tentacle at you. And that... that is 34 to hit.
Bloody hell. It's got... Yeah, that's hit.
Okay. It does... Potentially it does less damage. That is 14 damage. But this one grabs you. So it wraps itself around you, starts to squeeze. Is one of these smaller tentacles. You are now grappled. So again, you can...
Again?
Yeah, you can... This is the grapple episode.
Yeah, it looks
it's the flex. You're getting a workout. It's fine.
Yeah.
This is the Tolkus is doing too much damage. Let's give everyone else a chance.
Okay.
So it's your go next, followed by
it?
Elias.
I shall attempt to use an action to break free of it. Does a 38.
Oh, you bastard!
Hit me out of it. Just.
I have 37 written down.
Okay.
Right, okay, that's fine. Yep, you manage just literally again. You kind of, and you with that you've completely broken it. So it's not just you did well; you did incredibly well.
Oh, okay.
You rip the tentacle apart as you shrug it off you. So you've got bits of green goo flapping around.
Flappy.
Yeah.
Is it close enough? Is sort of some of it close enough now to attack it?
That part is, but you've kind of hurt that part anyway. It's still the body of it is 60 feet away, sitting on this church. It's hugging this church. You can only really hit the head when it comes down to attack you.
Right.
Or if you've got anything ranged, obviously.
Yeah, unfortunately, ranged is my weakness. I would have to move. I think I'm going to have to move twice anyway to get next to it, to be honest. And yeah, unless no, I'll just move to within melee range of it.
Okay. Double move.
Well, yeah, 2 actions. So
okay. So literally, as you get closer, you go up to one of its main tentacles that wrap around the church, and you realise, as I said, I compared it to the size of a truck. So what's that? 8 foot tall, solid kind of tentacle muscles thing, jet black, but these full-on octopus suckers, like bigger than your head.
Suckers.
So yeah, okay. Elias followed by Tolbin.
Okay, as soon as we're going full manga, I'm going to stay where I am. I'm going to thrust the arcane down onto the floor. Small droplets of water start to move upwards instead of downwards. And electricity inexplicably comes from all around me. Hair stands on end. I look like this wild creature with magic glowing in my eyes. Slowly raise my finger, pointing in the direction of the creature, and cast lightning bolt.
Cool.
So a streak of electricity shoots from my location to the creature. If you'd like to make me a reflex saving throw, please.
Reflex. Ooh, 26.
That is what you need. I think. Yes, my DC is 26, so that is pass. So you take half damage, which is 14.
Okay, not so bad. Right.
And with my last action, I'll throw guidance at Yelena, please.
Cool.
Thank you.
Well, you're going to say you're going to throw shade at it for a minute.
Tobin, you're up.
Right.
You have never seen a beast this big, this mad before. But it will look really good on your trophy cabinet.
How tall is it?
It is gargantuan. It is bigger than the church.
So 120 feet?
Yeah. It depends. I mean, end to end, because it's mostly tentacles, so it's got a big body in the middle and loads of tentacles.
How tall up is its head?
Bigger than the church. So, what's that? 80 foot?
All right, so that should be that should be close enough. Right. Toblin's just gonna look at this thing, right? He's gonna Philbert, should we do it? Yeah, I reckon. And he's like, "You think you're so good, you big fucker?" And he turns around and just like jumps around, bends over, looks between his legs, throws a hand between his legs, and goes, "Let's see how you like it when the sun shines out of my ass then," and casts Searing Light right at its face.
Same one as me. Nice.
Go for it. Okay, so you got to roll to hit. And,
okay.
Then obviously if it's a hit, it's damage.
This episode's like pew pew pew.
Yeah.
So I've got some other good ones planned, but I thought that one's the most Toblin way to start.
I'm actually getting replaced. This is not. No.
He does fit nicely on Tulkas' shoulders.
Tulkas' shoulders are big enough.
Yeah.
What's my two? Where do I find my
You could
two?
have a short bench.
So it's probably I'll tell you. It's going to be plus 16 probably.
Okay. Well, in that case, it's 31.
31 hits.
Nice.
Right.
Roll your damage.
What's my thing there? It is
5d6.
I'm casting it at level 3. And that is 3d4. Okay.
Searing Light. Oh, is it? It's 5d6, isn't it?
Yep, should be.
Hang on. It clicked on the wrong damn one. Where'd it go?
5d6.
There it is. It was showing me the one below it.
It's 25d6.
Just a million points of damage.
Yeah, everyone roll their d6s for him. Come on.
It's 12. Damn it. That was not good rolls.
Oh no.
12 damage. Okie dokie. Same thing. Searing Light comes out of your. So you're basically bending with your head between your legs. You're going, boop. As your Iron Man butt beam comes out of your hand. And straight in to the side of the head. As it kind of now is taking a look at the battlefield. And it can start to see everybody now. It sees Yelena kind of running away towards Tulkas. Tulkas, who's kind of stood there and already hurt one of its tentacles. And Elias and Toblin, who have both managed to hurt it with magic. Well done. Rupp, you is up.
Okay. So I'm at the altar bit, right? Yeah. I assume, is there a spire to this church?
There's a small spire, yeah. It's not shifting.
No.
Well, it might be in a minute.
How high up is this spire?
Well, the creature's 80, let's say 60.
60 foot. Okay.
Yeah, but you've got a stairwell to get there. You can get there easy enough.
Right. Okay. For safety, I'm going to cast Airwalk.
Yep. Good choice.
The
priest goes.
Yeah. I just like comfortably walk behind the altar and just like and rise as I start walking at 45 degrees in a circle, like up. Yeah, and then I'm going to use the rest of my actions to move up for my next go. So that's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm about halfway, probably.
Okay, so you're halfway up to it. That's fine. Top of the round, it's going to be Harrison followed by Yelena. Yelena, you hear this voice resonate in your head. No one else seems to hear it, but you hear it saying, I was going to try and remember the voice, but it was I serve and awake the mother of monsters. And then that's it. I'll do this. I'll do. Oh! I got level up dice. I got a natural 20 and a 19. I rolled 2d20s. You hear it. It starts to squeeze again, and Harrison and Rupp, you see the inside of the church roof crack and start to crumble down. Not where the spire is. This is above the front door. Okay, but yeah, that's what you hear. So Harrison followed by Yelena.
So I'm going to keep slashing away at it. So the first roll is a 21.
Mm-hmm.
And the second is a 27. So 21 and 27.
For both
hit.
attacks. Okay, you missed.
Both of them.
Both of them have missed.
Okay, and I'm going to attempt one last strike with my wounding short sword with a disadvantage. And that is 21, so that probably doesn't hit either. So yeah, I'm just slashing away at these tentacles and just missing.
You're not missing. You're just
not
being effective. So you're hitting into this kind of rubbery fresh flesh. You're poking, you're stabbing, you're trying to slice. It cuts. You're cutting it. You're stabbing it.
Just not doing anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got your persistent damage from last round, though.
Yes, but I think that's at the end. That's at the end of.
Just do it on your go. That's fine.
Okay, fine. So your persistent damage this turn is 5 bleed.
Okay.
Obviously this isn't going to be an action, but I'm just going to be observing the door frame and knowing whether or not it's potentially time for me to run. Or not.
Well, the roof above you just cracked.
Okay. But in terms of structurally, do I feel as if it's about to go, or
you tell me that?
Okay.
The door frame is the safest place to be in an earthquake.
Well, there we go. I don't know this, but I'm probably going to. I'm gonna decide that it's safe for now. But I am starting to see. I think I'm starting to see that it might be time to make a move at some point.
Okay, Yelena, you're up. Followed by me.
Followed by you. I want to stop running, turn around, and shout at it, "Who awakened you, and who do you serve?"
I serve the mother of monsters, she who will be obeyed, the Mashtur.
Not again.
Well, fabulous. Cool. Thanks. And I'm going to keep running.
Cheers for that. Bye.
That's all I wanted to know. You've been really helpful. Now, if you'd kindly fuck off.
Wait, what?
It's easier than I thought.
Great idea.
So now it brings its head down to the ground, almost to the ground, and it comes down to the ground and then goes, like, opens its mouth and sprays like a snake spraying venom, so like spitting venom, but this time it's like a green gas, and it goes, and the whole space in front of the church, you see this billow of green smoke. You don't see it because you're running away from it, but it gets you.
I've got my back to it.
Yeah. So can everyone on the outside, Toblin, Yelena, Elias, Tolkus, make a will saving throw, please?
A will saving throw?
A will saving throw.
Will you or won't you?
Too bad. 32.
32, you passed.
27.
27. Passed.
Stand to this.
31.
Passed.
13.
Oh,
What did you roll with
Got to
your
be more
dice?
than that, surely.
2.
is it +2?
No, I rolled 2 out of plus
Oh.
11.
Oh, you need some new
okay,
dice.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Are you using your gelatinous cube dice?
Mixing. I used this time.
Oh,
My wizard
we
hat.
can highly recommend level up dice.
Any plug.
Yeah.
I mean, they're more than welcome. They're more than welcome.
Sean, their Kickstarter's open.
Yeah, I've got to have a look at that again.
I think so.
Now that I know I can use them for 5e as well.
Yep, you can use them for anything.
Definitely.
Use them for anything.
Definitely.
They're just you have artwork on them, so every you put whatever you like on them. Actually, we have a video on our YouTube channel, an unboxing video for your Level Up Dice, and if you go to Level Up Dice Twitch channel, you'll probably see an interview they did with us there as well, where we talk about the glyphs and the detailing.
You can play them for Cluedo.
You could. You can play with Monopoly.
I said Monopoly.
Yeah.
I'm seriously going to
okay.
get some for a Monopoly set so that when we pull it out at Christmas, people go, wow, look at those dice.
Right. Toblin, you get stuck with the smoke. Everyone else, you kind of you hold your breath, and Yelena, you keep on running through the green smoke. You eventually come out the other side. Tolkus, Elias, it just envelopes you, but you hold your breath. Tolbin, you just go nah and breathe it in, and that was your big mistake. Instantly, you're nauseous, and your head is like pounds, boom, 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 like a massive migraine. Please reduce your wisdom by 2 points.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. That's harsh.
That is harsh.
That was already -1. Jesus. Well, it just means that Toblin's going to do some more stupid shit.
Okay, that was my go. Tolkus, followed by Elias.
Right, so my last 2 actions on my last go were to move up to it. So I am now in melee range, so I am going to attack it with a power attack Furious Focus / that is a 16 on the dice plus 19 to hit. So I assume that hits.
I think Tolkus just hits.
So most of the time, I have to roll roll pretty bad to not hit. And it's going to take 8, 6.
Dude.
You calculators do your job.
Plus 6 plus 4. 8, 8, 6. What did I say?
8, 6, 6, 4.
6, 4. Yeah. That's with the first attack.
So that's 32.
Second attack at -5, sorry.
Yeah.
That is 20, 34 minus 5, 29 to hit.
29 misses.
Okay, and even because
hold on,
I don't know, because my character doesn't know that he's getting minuses. He's just going to keep trying to hit. So it'll be a third attack at -10.
You can keep talking. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
So that was
Now
a
you can hear
20.
us.
Gonna try and
What? Now they can't hear you now either.
What's going on?
There we go.
Hello.
We're in.
Back?
There we go. We're in.
Hello.
The sound is back. There we go.
Okay.
Oh no, actually, I was going to do a last attack at -10, but I won't. Instead, I will. No, I will attack at -10.
Go for it.
No, that's going to miss as well because it's less than the second one was.
Yeah.
So that's me over.
Okay. So you try to hack at it, or the nearest kind of tentacle that you can find. There's lots of it. But yeah, again, probably like Harrison, you're hitting it. It's not like you're missing. It's too big to miss. But you just...
I got one good hit. That's enough for me.
Yeah, ineffectual. Okay, Elias, followed by Tolbin.
So, having seen that it's just flexing and trying to break this church, and there are people inside, because I've seen in the doorway and Harrison's in there, I'm going to attempt to do something to stop it from breaking the church. I'm going to look up in it, and my eyes are going to swirl almost hypnotically. I'm going to try and gaze into the depths of its own eyes and convince it that it's time to go to sleep. As I cast sleep heightened to level 4. Can you make me a will saving throw, please?
Okie dokie. Okay. The head kind of looks in your direction, and you hear inside your head, "You have no effect on me, mortal."
No, bugger it. Okay. That's my go over, because I had to do that using reach for to get the 60 feet out to where I was. So,
okay.
Waste of a spell. My go over.
All right.
Tolbin,
I have a quick question.
Go ahead.
Just to make sure I've done this right, Dave and Steve, was I supposed to choose spells all the way up to level 8?
No. Your max level spell is level 4.
I thought so. Cool. That is a pain in the ass, because something that I was wanted to use that was really funny is a level 6 spell.
Go on then. I'll let you do it.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
He goes beyond his means.
I'm gonna do it. All right, yeah. Toblin just like stands there for a second. He's like, right, and he like concentrates, and you see a little bit of an orange glow coming out of his hands.
I don't know where it was.
And he goes, "Oi, dickhead!" and chops both sides of his crotch and throws 4 fire seeds at the face of this thing and says, "Suck on these nuts!"
It's like, as soon as you call out to it, it's like, right, roll your damage.
Or hit, or whatever it is.
Hang on. It's anyone. Yep, explodes in a 5-foot burst, dealing 4d6 fire damage, and I've got 4 of them.
Go do it, yeah.
16d6.
Yeah.
MVP.
I'm gonna need to get the calculator
Fireworks.
out for this one.
Fireworks.
Fire seeds.
You know, if you do level up dice, they do this thing, a dice collection. And I think, what was it? Was it 18 or 16 dice or something like that?
I thought it was 24, wasn't it, or
Was it
something?
24? And they put a big
was.
picture on there.
Yeah.
So now you could get one of Tolbin. It's just like... and just break the glass, let all the dice out.
It hit the 25k mark, by the way, so you've now got multicoloured dice.
Dual colours now, yeah.
Dual colours, yeah.
So they got extra colours, now they got dual colours. And the dual colours look really nice. We had an early artwork preview of them when we back when we were hopping in with their Kickstarter. Really, again, check out our video on YouTube. And you can get close-up versions. Obviously, this is nothing. We've got like a little micro cam, and we were showing off. It was really cool.
All right, so now I'm fucking rolling. All right.
That's good.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Are we going to set fire to the city as well?
13.
Is that?
Yeah.
And the church.
Well, the church is stone, so hopefully
14.
that's.
2 more.
The roof won't be.
The roof isn't, no, but the roof's probably gone already.
Well, no, I
Nice,
did
you'll
throw
find a
these
way.
all directly at its face.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
Its head is kind of looking around. So the head is you have to deal with the body and the squeezing. Everyone else has to pretty much deal with the head. It's only 3 tentacles now.
I got a plan for the squeezing as well, but I thought if I could distract it a little bit and we'll maybe kill it, then that might also stop the squeezing. 63 points of fire damage.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Wow. Okay, so you see Tolman just do the nuts, and 4 fireworks pew, 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 shoot up into above the church. Inside, you hear the explosions going off, and a roar resonates through the church. Outside, you just see explode all over this giant. It's actually called a Black Magga. It's this huge thing, huge gargantuan creature with a kind of like a body of a deformed, mutated octopus, but with the head of a reptile. Kind of think like a snake and a raptor. And it's like, nice. It does not like it. It rears back, and okay,
cool.
Anything? Well, that's all you'll go.
Yeah, that's all you're getting. It's like
that's all you're doing. Rup, you is up.
Right, I'm gonna use one of my actions to move up to the spire, which I assume has a bell on it, right?
Yep.
I take my staff and just whack the bell, and just go like, I in a commanding voice, I just say, "Ran, you fiend," and cast command.
Okay.
At it. So I'd like you to make a will save.
Okay.
Oh, if this works, Rob.
I hope so.
You should have said slither instead of run.
My DC is 26.
Right. You everyone outside, you notice like the snake is kind of looking down, rears up and looks down at the church. He's shrugging off the fire and the flames from these firework explosions. Rup, you also hear in your head this kind of deep rumbling voice which says, "I am from the pit of oblivion. You are confused. You are weak, and your soul is mine." You can roll a wisdom saving throw, a will saving throw.
Not very nice. Nat 1.
No,
Hero point.
Hero point. I have 2 of them. So, yeah.
Don't remind him.
Yeah. So yeah, I got a. That is a 35.
Okay, that passed.
I flipped my coin. I also have halfling luck and a lot of other stuff, so hopefully it's okay.
You're fine. You feel there was like an overwhelming need to hurt people in the church that were directly below you, and somehow, somewhere inside you, you managed to fight that urge off.
Right.
Okay.
And
but you've never felt that before. There was like an uncontrollable urge of pure hatred, pure evil.
Ugh. Okay. All the more reason to smite it. Just because that's this kind of stuff is all I have. This doesn't work. Okay. Yeah. And I am my turn.
Okay. It's the top of the next round. You, based on that, and as you kind of beat this urge to go and just, flame everyone, it squeezes again. This time the walls crack all the way down the sides. The structure is starting to crumble in. Bits of the roof near the door start to fall away. Where you are in the spire, or the steeple, the spire, it's starting to crack. There are now ways out onto the roof if you wanted to go that way. But you can see the sky, but you got glass and plaster and bits of stone and wood is just showering down around you. That's for you, Rupp. Also for you, Harrison, because you're in the doorway. Luckily, you're kind of in the door archway and you're a little bit safe. Okay. Harrison, followed by Yelena.
Seeing that there are now entry points opening, I make it. I feel as if I want to use my grappling hook to get out of this place.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I'll bring the church down with me by trying to get a vantage point out of the place. But I'm going to attempt it anyway. I'm going to attempt to throw my grappling hook out into an exit point from the church. But before I do, I want to make sure that no one's in the church area and they're all safely.
No, at this time, pretty much the priests have gone in the trapdoor. The trapdoor is still open, but everyone has pretty much been evacuated. Down a hole.
Okay.
Under the wooden floor, yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome.
So yeah, I'm going to attempt to use my grappling hook to kind of find a vantage point out of the church if I can.
Okay, so do a perception check then.
Okay. So that's a nat 20 on that. So
Hey.
36.
Sorry, I'm just. There we go. Sorry, say 36.
36, nat 20 on that.
Yep. You see it up there. You aim your grappling hook and fire.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to climb up the grappling hook and exit out of the church if I can. I don't know if that classes as movement to use. So obviously, using the grappling hook is one action. Climbing it and then moving out of it probably takes up all my actions, I guess.
It will. We're going to get you to do a strength check as well.
Okay. Do you want me to do that now?
Yes, please.
Okay. So 17.
Yes, that has made it. So basically, you start putting hand over hand to get up. You need some kind of like contraption. So you've shot it. You need something to pull you.
Yeah, I need to invent that.
You should.
Game. And also, your bleed damage is 1.
Okay, 1. Okay. End of your turn.
That's it. I can't do anything else.
Yelena, followed by me.
Okay, there's not an awful lot I can do. I'm not sure it's going to do an awful lot, but I shall point my staff at it and cast Acid Arrow.
Okay.
Which I need to make an attack roll for. That will not hit because that is a 2 on the dice. No. So it will just miss.
Okay.
And I'll stand there and just like, fuck.
That completely misses. As it misses, again, the voice and the head kind of look around and see you, and the voice kind of whispers to you and begins to say, "The goddess you serve also belongs to me. You are weak in your faith."
No, I think not.
Okay.
Who do I even serve? You don't know that.
And it rolls to hit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Me?
Yep.
Why me?
Wow, it's 43?
No, that doesn't hit.
It definitely hit. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting into the 40s. Blimey.
I'd rather you didn't.
That's not a 1. That's a glyph.
It's a glyph.
That's 23 points of damage as it comes down to bite you.
Okie doke. Cool.
And let's try Tobin. We're gonna get natural 20.
Oh no!
No.
As a tentacle lashes out to get you. Oh shit! Look at these! Look at these dice are beautiful.
Fucking hell!
That
dear.
I think it should be banned from using.
Do not like.
Times 2.
Okay. 156,000 damage.
This tentacle, you see Tolbin get wrapped up in a tentacle, and it squeezes really, really hard. You take 34 points of damage, and you are now grappled.
Ow! Fuck me!
So you can see Tolbin, he's completely pinned. and being squeezed. You can see his green face starts to turn a nasty shade of kind of red and purple.
Oh man!
Wonder what that would look like with green skin. Does that make a different colour?
How does it
That's
go?
why it's going for purple, purplish.
Yeah.
Not green, purplish. And Tolkus, you're up as well. Oh, I might have actually missed. Let me have a look. 26.
Oh, 26 is exactly what you need.
Okay, well done, me. Another full-on damage. Oh no, it's getting late. My brain's turned to mush. 15 points of damage as this tentacle, another one, kind of wraps around you, tries to wrap around your arm and your leg.
Got it.
Okay. Tolkus, you're up, followed by Elias.
Right, Tolkus is going to raise his mighty, glowing with cold axe above his head and take another swing down.
Yep.
At the chunkiest, meatiest part he can find.
Yep.
Oh, that was. I'm going to say that was nearly a nat 20, but it wasn't really, because these dice are really brilliant at rolling. They don't cock, basically. So, is it 16 plus 19 to hit?
Yep.
35, is that, I think? Maths?
Yep.
Right, and he's going to take. Oh, it's good damage. It's 12. It's 10. It's 6.
It's number wang.
It's 7.
That's
and it's
number
4.
wang.
Plus 4 at
39.
the end. Yeah, 39.
39. And then he'll do one more attack. I
dear
realised,
me.
by the way, I accidentally had an extra attack that I didn't have before. I can only actually attack twice because power attack, while it doesn't take, it doesn't count as 2 attacks anymore. It still takes 2 actions. So second one is 15 plus 19 to hit. Minus 5,
yes.
so
Ooh,
29.
that misses.
29 misses. Okay, cool. That's my go over.
Okay, well done. Elias, followed by Tolbin.
I'll look in its direction and I'll say, so I may not be able to command you, and I may only be mortal, but I can still hurt you. And I'll flick out my greater staff of fire from my glove of storing and cast Fireball.
Okay.
Reflex save throw, please.
Ooh, it's about 30.
That's a pass. So you take 12 points damage.
Okay. Yep. End of your turn?
And I will throw a guidance at Yelena again, please.
Okay. Tolbin, you're up, followed by Rupp.
Okay. So I can only cast one spell, can't I?
It depends how many actions that spell takes to cast, I think.
Yeah, you had 3 actions, and sometimes the
3
spells
actions?
taken at 1 action, sometimes they take 2 actions.
Some
Okay.
even take 3, I think.
Yeah, you can power them up as well.
All right. How do I tell how many actions it takes?
Should have some like arrows or dots next to it, like on the right hand side.
I've got some diamonds.
Yeah,
That's
those
diamonds.
ones. So,
Okay, so-
count them.
So, all right. Yeah, no, I see it. Okay. Damn. They're all 2 and 3 actions.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, so you can
That's-
do 1 free action or 1 2 action and then something else. But
Yeah. Right. Okay. In that case, am I close to its head while I'm wrapped up in this thing right now?
No, its head stays above the church and only comes down when it needs to, when it does like bite attacks or its spray. You are wrapped up in this tentacle though, so
Yeah. That's
but
all right.
magic will still hit the head if you aim.
Yeah. No, that's okay. And is this thing ageless?
I would imagine so.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to do that then.
It doesn't officially say, but the type of being it is.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Yeah, okay. I'm going to use 2 actions to cast 1 spell here.
Yep.
And I'm going to cast Fungal Infestation.
Lovelies.
So it needs to roll a Fortitude save.
Yep. I got a 15.
Okay. And I think... Is it just my class DC that it's supposed to be rolling against again, or is it?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Okay, then that is a fail.
Yay!
My DC is 26.
Okay.
Okay, so you are going to take 2, 4. And if I wanted to do this at heightened, it would take more actions, wouldn't it?
Yes.
You just have to
that's
cast
what I
at a
thought,
higher
okay.
spell level.
Oh,
It's not.
yeah,
It's not more actions. Just higher spell level.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, in that case, I am going to cast it at level 4 and add 11 poison damage.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
it's persistent poison damage.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool.
Please tell me another side effect is that it's got itchy nether regions now.
It's got itchy every region. And it also has weakness 1 and to fire and slashing.
Oh,
Ooh.
that might come in handy. I
That
like
might.
that.
Yeah.
Fire and slashing.
Okay. Yep.
And I'm going to
have to
use my
look up.
remaining action. I'm just going to look at it again. Oh, you big dickhead! And just at it. And use my intimidating glare.
Okie dokie.
When you demoralize with a mere glare, they lose the auditory trait and gain. Yeah, you can demoralize. When you do, demoralize loses the auditory trait and gains the visual trait, and you don't take a penalty if the creature doesn't understand your language. Is what it says here.
So you can try and intimidate it, I think.
Roll an intimidation check and try and beat its will.
DC.
DC.
Okay. Hang on. Let me see how that works. Where's my intimidation? There it is. Okay. Yep. Does it help if I don't drop my dice on the floor? Oh, it's under the table. Okay, that's that plus 33 intimidation.
Oh shit.
Yes.
That's good.
Nice.
That is amazing.
Right.
So it's 10 plus its will saving throw modifier.
Not looking good. No, I got 24.
That's good.
Do you have a hero point?
Don't say that.
Don't say
I
that.
do! What?
Oh no!
No, it's alright. I don't.
Just
I
out of
know
interest
players.
as well, the weakness 1 means that it's going to take an extra 1 point of damage from slashing and fire damage.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll remember that.
Until it wears off, and I can't remember how it wears off. Quick,
Counts
someone
down
check.
every round.
Yeah, is it 1? So yeah, so it will only last the
Okay.
next.
So
attack
what happens? Tobly, what happens when you do this thing? What do you want to happen?
Oh, I've just looked at it and like, and
So, for some reason, it seems very unsure of you, and it kind of looks down, and you hear a voice in your head. You old one, your race not here. Why? And then you see it starts to loosen its grip on the church, and the head seems to kind of slowly start to back away from you.
Yeah, that's right. Stop being a dickhead.
Cool.
Rup, you're up.
Did that give it like frightened 1 or something, or one of those effects?
Yeah, it's frightened.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I see Tulkas from my vantage point?
What did you do? You went up out the roof.
I'm up at the bell. At the bell tower, and I'm floating in midair.
I'm gonna say no, because the spire's at the back, then you've got the front of the church where the door is, and then they're on the ground. So if you're up here and they're down here, and I was just gonna say the roof is in your way.
Okay. Next plan is to throw a spear.
They're good. They were my favourites. Go on.
Yeah, so
nice one, Chris.
So I'm going to summon a spectral spear of purple light, and huck it at the back of this snake's head.
Huck it or fuck it?
Okay, yeah. The snake's head is actually in front of you. It's not looking at you. It doesn't actually.
Yeah.
Know you're there.
So,
Yeah.
well, you better listen to me. That's a 30 to hit.
That hits. Well done.
Okay.
Well done.
That's a lot of D4. So that is 15 points of damage.
Nice.
Positive. And I'm going to use my last action to walk to the front. I'll just go, look at me, damn it! I just run in the air
Distracting it
to the front of the church. That's all where I can get focus.
You throw it with. This is the spear that you've summoned.
Yeah.
And you see it kind of almost log in. Let's say if it had an ear, that kind of behind its jaw, and it bursts with light. And he roars with pain. And now, for some reason, that spear has not disappeared on impact. It seems to stay there, and it almost seems to it's burning into it. That's as if you could see almost like a sparkler. You see all this, and it really hurts it. You see the flesh starting to turn black around it.
Nice.
Very good.
Okay. More spears then.
Yeah, more spears, more strap.
End of that round, the Magga rears up. You see all the tentacles that are wrapping around the church suddenly let go as it sprays up. I'll bring up the other picture as well so everyone can see. That was the battle map that the players were just using. But let's see, there he is. A huge beast as it starts to unwrap itself from the church. I return to my sleep, but your race will be extinguished. And as it kind of pulls itself, or its tentacles off, it tries to disengage from the church and is heading to the west side of town, which is mostly flooded.
Right, he's going to get an attack of opportunity then, because he's moved out of my threat range.
Go ahead.
It is a 17 plus 19. That hits, doesn't it? Is it over 30?
Yeah.
Yeah, just for reference. Right.
I also get an attack of opportunity with
You
my
do
feet.
if you're a fighter. Yeah.
But I
Where
don't
are
know
you
because
climbing
I'm
the
still
wall?
climbing.
You're in the church, so you
I
went up
probably
into
won't be
the
able to get any.
rafters.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still got a hold of me. Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yep.
He's not a fighter, but yeah.
Yeah, it's technically starting to let go of you because it's moving away. It's not taking you with it.
Good.
But
25.
I'll give you an attack.
25 damage. So
25 damage. Again, this time it's you hear it roar.
It leaves a nice little sliced ice bit in it as it's going away.
You put a T in there. T.
Yeah.
Talkers.
T for Talkers.
Mark
Frosty.
it. Tell me, what's your damage? Roll to
hang
hit
on.
damage.
I got an 18 on that. I'm just trying to figure out that. I haven't had to do any unarmed attacks yet with my little knuckle duster. I can't remember what it was. What did we say yesterday, Steve?
It's plus 13 to hit, 1d4 plus 1 damage.
Okay. Yeah, so 20, 30, 31 to hit.
Okay, 21 hits.
That hits.
So as this tentacle starts to unwrap, you take a swing with your knuckle dusters.
Can I use kneecap on that?
It kind of doesn't have one, but I let you do the
It
the
says
movement.
any appendage that it uses for land speed.
There you go. Yeah, it has to use this. Yep.
Excellent. So instead of taking damage, it takes a 10-foot status penalty to its speed.
What we do? So you hit that. The tentacle just kind of flops onto the floor. It becomes like you hit a nerve ending or something, and it just kind of drags it behind it.
Dead weight that it's now got to try and float so it's slower.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, take that, knobhead.
Right, cool. Where are we? Who's next? Oh, that was top of the round.
It, Sco.
So, Harrison, Yelena, what would you like to do? This thing is now trying to escape. Harrison, you're first.
So a question: how possible would it be for me to jump from the grappling hook if I'm now outside of the church now onto the back of this creature and attempt to climb it?
You are in the rafters of the church. Let's say you manage to get to like a cracked bit. You've got to get out. So athletics or acrobatics, however you want to do it, to get out. Then you need to run to get on, and then you need to leap to attach yourself to it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try all of that.
Go on then. Let's try it one step at a time.
Yeah, so the acrobatics check to get out. That's a 28 acrobatics.
Yep. Okay. So you manage to get out through the hole. You kind of jump or swing, however you want to see yourself do it. You can describe it if you wish.
Yeah. So Harrison is kind of like looping his arms and around the thing and being just kind of like using his momentum and just kind of climbing up it. Like you've seen like those in the Cirque du Soleil with the ropes, and they're just doing. I don't know why I'm doing it, but I'm for some reason just finding it quite entertaining and just doing it majestically is the right word. Up the rope.
Harrison, stop fanning about. Let's go.
Harrison's good at spending fights just climbing up and down walls.
Okay, so you get out for the crack. You're on top of this rooftop of the church, and you see this thing unwrapping itself from the church and starting to kind of move away from it. What do you want to do?
Okay, I'm going to attempt to
sprint,
dash, a basically long jump onto it with my two short swords out to kind of hook onto the back of this creature. Okay,
so athletics for speed and acrobats to launch yourself, two swords to dig in. Go for it.
Okay, so
it's all on the roll, folks.
I'm going to use my hero point because I just rolled a 2. So the first roll was a 17 plus athletics. Yeah, so 30.
Okay, so you're running. There's bits of debris on the church because he's crushed it a few times. Boom! You've never run this fast before. You're getting it. Your heart's pounding. The wind's going past you. You pull out your two swords. You run. You jump. You step onto the last kind of bit around the church. You leap, and you roll.
I roll a 19 plus 17. 36.
Cool. Heroically, he flings himself without any kind of safety rope, landing two short swords deep into the kind of fleshy, kind of black back thing of this thing, whatever it is. It kind of dribbles down a little bit and then it stops. You are now riding the gargantuan Black Magga. And now you're out of actions.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Does that not count as an attack? Because he stabbed it with his sword,
okay,
doesn't
I'll
it?
roll,
roll damage.
okay, I'll roll both of those because it's 2 in the back. So I'll roll the first one.
2 in the back.
6 plus 19, 25.
I'm getting Monster Hunter vibes. This is,
is that damage or is that to hit?
Well, to hit, but obviously I'm in it. But do you want me to roll damage or to hit?
Just go straight for the damage. I'll let you have it.
Okay, sure.
It sounded cool. Let's do it.
The first attack is a 10.
10 damage, yeah.
And you also get 6 bleed damage from the persistent.
Yeah.
And the last attack is 12 damage.
Okay, Yelena, you're up.
Okay. 2 questions.
You've seen Harrison's fly.
Oh, did I see him?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. Sorry, Harrison. I'm doing it. I am bang out of stuff. I'm going to slam my staff on the ground and push my hand forward. And as I do that, a wave starts to appear going towards the side of the snake. And I cast Hydraulic Torrent. So it needs to make a fortitude save. And I think probably Harrison does as well.
Okay, I'll do that.
Let's
go.
DC 26.
33.
Luckily, 33.
Okay.
Ooh.
1 good, 1 bad. So you still take damage.
And me as well.
Yeah, you as well. No, he just gets on and then just like a wave of water comes from his side.
That's what you get for showing off, young man. Now go to your room.
It's like Buckaroo, isn't it?
That is.
It's like the news reporters in the storms.
15 points.
Everyone
15
takes
points
15
of bludgeoning damage.
I want a fish to slap him in the face now.
I was heading towards towards the front end, and I probably just destroyed some buildings as well.
So was that the 15 halved or half?
No,
of
that
15?
that is already halved.
Okay, fine.
So,
right.
Explain it again, Yelena. You summon the wave from the flooded part, like the west side of town, to bring it up and slap it.
Bring it up and just slam into the side of it because it's quite big. So I think that will do quite a lot of damage.
You did destroy a few buildings.
Oops.
But this wave kind of comes up, and it doesn't seem bothered, and then you hit it. The force of the water alone is pushing it back. It didn't have that much hit points left. You crash it back onto the church.
It picked up some debris.
As the water splashes out and kind of drips off of it, eventually you see it again. As all the water kind of rolls up into your feet, into your ankles. You see that it's all kind of bent over at an angle, and the church spire has completely impaled this gargantuan creature. And it's laying there, and as the tentacles are kind of just flapping around, one by one, they slowly kind of give out.
Can I try and run in the air over and catch Harrison on his way down?
Go for it,
yeah, so I just still like exhausted from my cross-country run before. My legs are giving out. My legs are giving out. I'm running downstairs again. And I was
is it like on a bike when you put it on a different gear and you pedal for ages but you don't go that far?
But it's like Wile E. Coyote Run in air. And I just try and grab Harrison's wrist in a trapeze hold.
Yep.
I feel like Robin from Batman. So.
Now drop him. Right, there you go. So you managed to destroy this gargantuan creature. You kind of destroyed the town, but saved it at the same time.
Buildings can be rebuilt.
Swings and roundabouts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Besides, someone's going to open one hell of a sushi bar now.
Yeah, this thing is literally bigger than the building.
Yeah, I mean, you
bigger
look
than their
down and
church.
not Toblin's already gnawing on a stump.
Any good, Toblin?
Yeah, well, I already sizzled it a bit earlier, so it's pretty good.
Fair point.
Fish sausage.
So we're going to wrap up in a bit. So what would you like to do? The fanfare is there. People come out of their homes and the buildings that are left, the shops, the people in the church. You get them out of the basement. They're all cheering and wishing you well. And yeah, I mean, they've already started making plans for as I heard Toblin, stick it on a Barbie. Hey, why not? They're going to chop it up and eat the damn thing.
Yeah, we can help chop it up.
I put Harrison down.
Oh, he's had a rough day.
After
Don't be
messing
going
with him a
hard on
little
him.
bit.
Go over to Harrison and say sorry.
It's okay. It's fine.
I
He
didn't want
seems
it
to
to
do
get
these
away.
things. There's never a witness when he does these things. When they succeed, anyway.
I also seem to do these things where I cast a spell and it inadvertently also damages Harrison.
It's all right. It's all right.
Accidentally.
My next go.
I totally didn't mean to.
Go on, Rice.
My next go, I was casting Sudden Bolt, and I was going to use the fact that he'd stabbed the creature with his two swords as an anchor. You get a disadvantage on a saving throw, so two bits of metal sticking in its neck.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, if I'd been able to cast 2 spells, I was going to cast Walk on Air
Yeah, well,
and start
that's
singing
a
an
good one.
AC/DC song as I started approaching it to throw some rocks at it.
Nice.
Nice, yeah.
Oh.
So how would you like to wrap that one up, guys?
Well, I suppose we're
you
going
have
to
a
have
Barbie.
to offer to help the people, not tidy up, but,
Yeah.
help them. as
Yeah, that
much
can
as
wait
we
till
can.
tomorrow. Right now,
Yeah.
it's time to get pissed.
And then
The bars
chop-
open up and they start to celebrate.
Yeah, beers and fish
Yeah.
sausages.
And sit down and rest.
Morphine for all the injured.
Okay. For once, we haven't
Harrison, no.
ended. For once, we haven't ended on an actual cliffhanger. So
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe you'll find out what happens. Because again, we've had this is the kind of the 3rd episode of Fort Rannick, really. Because you went there, then you was there and had to deal with it, and then you got washed away, and then you've had to deal with this first gargantuan creature. And maybe after a good Barbie, a beer, and a nice kip.
Bit of a rest, yeah.
Well, I think Yelena probably goes back to the fort to go and find the cat. Go find Izzy.
Yes.
Yeah. If that's what
And
you
then
want
comes
to do.
back.
Yeah,
So
if we've got
what
a couple of days downtime, we could do that, can we? So that's a good idea.
Yeah, so what we do is next session, which is next Thursday, if you're watching this, we'll start at Fort Rannick. If that's the plan, if everyone agrees, that you're going to make your way back to Fort Rannick.
Sorry, Dave, did I hear you say first?
First what?
First gargantuan
Oh,
creature.
did I slip that in? Sorry.
I thought I heard a slip, but,
Wow.
Gargantuan slip.
Who knows?
Better hope we go up a level soon.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
maybe. We'll find out. Okay, so what we do is we'll pick up in Fort Rannick next week. So that's what you guys have said you want to do. You have a Barbie, you have a beer, you have a nice kip, rest, and then you make your way back to Fort Rannick. Toblin, you can say your goodbyes, but lives to fight another day.
Yeah,
Nice.
which is quite rare in our game.
Toblin's just going to sort of turn around to everyone and be like, well, that was fun. You all seem like the all right sorts, but, I got to hit the frog and toad, so fucking uru.
If we meet again, it would be a pleasure to fight alongside you.
Yeah, and then maybe we can have some real sausages instead of whatever the fuck
yes.
this is.
Yeah, I'll hold you to that.
Uru indeed.
Oh,
Cool. Cheers, everybody. Right. Thank you very much for watching. We will be back. Runelords will be back next Thursday, but stay with us this time again tomorrow for Tomb of Annihilation. And we've got loads of new cool stuff coming on. Check us out on socials. We're on Twitter, obviously Facebook. Do kind of follow us there. Check us out on YouTube. Make sure you hit that bell, subscribe, like, follow, and wherever you are, just keep subscribing and liking and following. Just hit all the buttons. Well, no matter what I do, just hit them all. Thank you to Level Up Dice for our dice. Check out the Kickstarter. Thank you to Sean Sunday for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, Sean.
Thank you for having me.
Sean.
Thank you,
Hey,
It's been
where's
great.
your bloody face?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, there he is. That's what he really looks like. We will. So as we mentioned, kind of during the stream, we will be working with Sean. We'll be guests on his Shift Inspire leaderboard campaign Run the Gauntlet thing. It starts next month in February. We will be the first trial, I guess.
Victims
is. I was trying to avoid victims, but yeah, we'll be the first to go through the gauntlet. So as soon as
I'm
we
a
know more
harsh
details,
but benevolent
DM.
DM.
We'll find out. And we're gonna moderators or Steve. We're gonna run a raid over to Dwarven Forge live. If you guys want to set that up, get that in motion, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Cheers, then.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Bye.
See you next week.
Cheers, boys.